all their hopes rest on your shoulders. The pressure, not only that you would feel internally, but all of the external factors, the crowd here as well in Paris, will have their microscope on you every single step of the way.
It's going to be a really good day, I can tell you that much. Here, kicking it off with Group A, we got defending champions. We got teams trying to make their name known. We can just see everybody in the crowd getting ready.
Here we go, here we go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Here. But man, as we get ready to drop on in here, what are we expecting to see from some of our top teams? Any hot locations on the map?
First map's going to be interesting, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the first map.
We really want to see. It's going to be Mansion, Twisted Minds against Ravens. Twisted, on paper, one of the best teams in the world, but have struggled recently, particularly against the contest of the Ravens, who've been running amok at the house. But it is also, of course, over towards Train. T1 and Vitality have waged war there all year long. Back and forth we go, and with the ebb and the flow, so often decided maps and tournaments. So that's where we want to start, that's where we want to take a look in, and we will get straight into the fight at Mansion. Shifty will get Nielsen.
Already the battle continuing to rage on. The desk talked about it. We knew that this contest was happening. It's happened all year long, but how does it feel on LAN again, boys? As it is just haymakers back and forth from Ravens Esports and none other than
My bad, here we go, baby. First game.
For a moment, Blastoise will not give you the privilege.
First game, y'all.
To rotate his way out, outnumbered at the top of Mansion, and does the right thing to get into the lower side.
It's going to be interesting to see how, just being in the group stage, it's going to be very interesting to see kind of how everybody plays a little bit. See, the filling out process, that's going to be, I like that right there. I need that.
Not just from Vitality, but first squad of
See Smith with nice little.
Regret that. Smith sends one of them packing.
I saw this in a little bit of the test lobby we had going on.
Shifty takes out King Chaw.
In the mix here. This could be very good for either one of these two
teams.
T1. But obviously, T1 and Vitality, they are going to continue to have this battle. And as Disrupt is going to be able to pop up, he drops Z-Smith, but you got Sage looking on over for you, who will be able to make this trade. Don't worry, friends. This battle is going to go back and forth. Zone's pretty close, so they're not going to be feeling the need to move out just yet. But if any of these teams can really farm some of these kills, they can put themselves in a great position for some of these later zones.
Certainly
can. Twisted Minds a little bit up.
Will do the right thing for now, being on the receiving end of a lot of abuse on that early contest. They will back it off. We take a look. A couple of the kill feeds going to show self-kills. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, that is entirely intentional. It's to ensure your loadout stays in the match for longer and you can regain in those locations. Heretics, surprise factor, rolling in from APAC. We didn't know what they would look like in this tournament. However, in the boot camp, surprised many, impressed few. It will now be them rolling at Lumbermill, and it will be against that Cooley roster, the H1 roster here in Paris.
Chow had a lot to say about this team. He's excited to watch them perform here on LAN. He's got his own watch party. I know he's going to be up in the booth yelling, cheering on his boys, but this is a formidable roster you got to take down if you want to gain control of this Lumbermill POI. This team from APAC, they've normally rolled up in the last couple of years, not really having any experience, any practice, and they've kind of been able to run Worlds, look very formidable, but they've been able to boot camp this year, and you're starting to see maybe some of that practice coming clutch. As Kudley, he tries to shoulder it, but he's just not able to find the kill. Will get dropped alongside his teammate, so now it's just Connell left alive. And those 16 teams still. Like, I think this is going to be very, the placement's going to be really important here. So, like, seeing, where we go. The big game, the big Mighty Fish legit is, I mean, legitimately is Falcons, and they start around 12 today. But yeah, we're on all day today. Yeah, I mean, you've seen PBJ. They've really made research this home, and they're not even probably worried so much about Virtus.pro trying to get into the mix. They're used to this. They know that there's going to be this third team. VP, they like to land over towards that servers. Maybe we sometimes call it mini, and then make a slow rotation in, trying to third party here.
Hey man, next year I want to go
just for a moment. PBJ, they're going to look to hold the line. We got to.
I want to go so bad next year.
The map in Main Street.
Yeah, Eclectic. They have rotated recently over towards Bank.
So we won't get individual POIs just because they don't do that. We won't get none of that. I won't be able to switch over to different POIs, but it's all right. We're gonna have fun with this no matter what.
Badeki, the man who has announced his retirement after this tournament. By God, how I hope he has a great one and reconsiders that decision. So many things yet to say here in the Warzone scene. But it will be CT Gaming on the suffering end of things as Gen G found themselves in Lumber, and off the back of all the engagements earlier, they've actually found a pocket of space here.
I think, you know what, I'm gonna say this. I think hopefully this is what I hope. I want to see what Adrian and all them do. I'm anxious to see, you know, Adrian and all them. How are they going to play together?
Some of the top teams that we normally have to face.
You know what I'm saying? Like how are they going to play after all that happened? I'm very anxious to see that too.
It's the Bradford Biffle from the rooftops. MXR in hand, cleans up Teeny easily. He's going to keep it singing. Absolutely, just cracking.
Nova Esports team has been eliminated. Now we're down to 14 teams right now.
He's actually been sent out on his loan. Some reminder, the roles have changed in that team. Gabe is going to be the anchor, so often the front man, the firepower. He's actually decided he's a far better IGL, and it has made them look pretty good in gold recently. T1, they're pressed out. We spoke about it in the pre-interviews. These guys suddenly have upticked in their form. They're free, they're flowing, and that man right there, Echo, he's no longer sitting in pockets of space. He must get up there, fight alongside his boys, and turn them to a real.
They're just chilling at the church right now, just chilling.
Anything in their path. Already made it to church. We'll now have 1 or 2 more teams rotating in their direction. One of them being FaZe, who are moving out of Barn, taking a look at this.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe, I think if they
FaZe has played really well. King Cha got Shifty.
They might be able to dismantle T1 because you see Vitality just down there on that lower bridge as well. So you find a nice little bit of timing, you could get some kills on the board. But this is where we're starting to see already some of these teams having to move around the map. We're already missing 2 squads from the lobby here in map number 1. As just the trades continue to happen around the map. Everybody trying to value. How do I get into a power position here? How do I get into a different area of the map?
You know, you want to get high ground, but then again, you got to see where this circle's going to close. You don't want to make a move too soon. You kind of just want to play your positioning. You just want to get one thing is you just want to get placement points. I want to get kills and I want to get placement points. Get your multiplier and get set up for, you know, the survival round, and then putting yourself in great position to get into grand finals. That's the ultimate goal right there.
That battle still rages on between the twisted.
Like that's kind of, you know, that's how you really want to play that, but you know, it's kind of a little bit harder to do. It's kind of easier to say than do.
Already H1 looks like it has been able to regain, but they have to take this fight ahead of them. You're caught sprinting, jumping around. Can you throw the shoulder? Can you find the timing? You have to be careful though. Connell, he gets found out by Teeny, and already this Heretics roster starting to push on up. It's a sandwich coming in.
Oh, got him.
Can they survive? You're getting dropped left and right. No.
Yep, they wiped. They wiped.
It's going to be H1 eliminated from the lobby, but the battle doesn't stop here at Cole, continuing to fight. Heretics going up this roster to kill.
And now, you know, go third party, get that out.
By himself. Can he manage to
They're going to wind up trying to wipe this. That's one down. Now you got to float. Now you got to float. Make sure everyone, make sure your whole team comes back.
That not coming through, I think, actually gets you the timing to get Teeny back in. Otherwise, Heretics were done.
Yeah, it was about to be a wrap for them. All right, Blast, where we going, Blast? That stage for EWC looks crazy. Look at Shifty.
Nice little bait there from the Ravens. Blast thinks he has an angle, but he says, nope, we're just going to go ahead.
Shifty over there, too.
He's going to get dropped by Neason as well. It's just Shifty on that rooftop. He's looking down in, making sure nobody's going to hit that zip. Get a little bit of a surprise on him. We do still have Resurgence enabled, and it's a fire sale, so if you can hit that buy station, you're going to be good. But
get that all the way back.
Looking great at this mansion POI, and now it's a little bit of a tizzy.
It is a bit of a mix-up, but Ravens so often will just stabilize, slow things down, let them
hold on 1 second. All right, so Gingy's at 10 points. I like it. Like I said, you just want to get points. We're just getting points right now. That's all we want to do. Just get points.
South Americans unfortunately struggling early. Virtus.pro, they're trying to get pressed out of Research. Do, of course, have pressure from PBJ. Just trying to get shots banged over the top if you are destroyed. MXR tapping away, but Jvela keeps himself alive as his teammate applies firepower over towards Water Tower and is actually clearing out over there. No, Believe then drops, so Sage stays up. The problem is you deal with this fight if you're VP. The next
what we got? We are Adrian with 2 kills.
Adrian jumps on down, thinks he can get a little bit of a mixie in the elevator shaft. And he's going to find some success. Jay Vela, unfortunately, not going to be able to stay alive. But
I really hope Adrian and them have a great game. I mean, have a great EWC. I'm a big Adrian fan. I love E. I love A.
From research, they see this. We've talked about it time and time again this season. Havens Hollow, you want to play it from north to south. Vitality.
All right, so now I want to say it might.
And they're going to want to go ahead and play that. You see in the top of your screen,
it's going to end time like bridge area. That's the Joe. That's the Joe bridge. They're going to end on the Joe bridge. We'll see if it ends. Good morning, Sunflower. How are you doing? Yeah, it's probably going to wind up ending on the Joe bridge. To be honest.
And to be honest, for everybody, Mansion side, it's very little. For Eclectic, it's absolutely bloody nothing. You're out of here, dealt with by QHZ. Nothing.
How did you sleep with your hour worth of sleep? How did you sleep last night?
Team smack bang in the middle in CT Gaming. After that, figure it out. But FaZe, they've actually found a route through the south. They're at train cars.
Gen G looks like they are wiped. That's going to leave us 9 teams here in the lobby. That's a 1.2 multiplier for all of our remaining squads. But we talk about it, it is all about that 1.4. That is what our teams are going to be shooting for. So as Resurgence gets disabled, everybody's trying to play for that 1.4, that top 5.
I slept.
You're going to see things.
So that's a bonus. Now I'm just cleaning everything, so I'll be in and out. All good, all good. Are you?
Cake of action we have as T1 is getting in a bit of a mix here against the Ravens, and PBJ, they want a piece of this pie as well. Praise in the middle.
Tapper.
Good shots. You're able to find one.
Oh, okay. You said pepper. I'm like, what's the pepper? What's a pepper? You gonna plant a pepper? Is that what you did in 1837 BC?
A miracle here to try and get yourself back in.
Yeah, Ravens have done incredibly well because they've managed to avoid the pace.
He's going.
There. However, they've got to figure a timing of pushing out because they know Twisted Minds might take the high ground above them or rotate ahead of them.
Yeah.
They do not want to caught. Trying to move inland.
You kind of want to move right now. Like,
circle is about to move and tell everybody where they must go, and it will move central. So everyone's got to shift just a little
I wish
bit
I could
over,
see the circle. All right, there we go. Oh, so it's right. That's okay. Ooh, that's gonna be a wild ending. Grimy. Grimy got eliminated. Adrian's out. Sage got.
Virtus Pro, they're taking battle. They're gonna go ahead and get wiped.
Virtus Pro is out.
Here from Fnatic.
Top 9. Okay, they're in the top 10. They're in the top 10. Not too bad.
Scoop up some of that
nice little first game. Nice first game.
Slow side of the zone here, but they have.
Yes, also, if you're watching on the Purple app, there is drops enabled. Again, if you're watching on the Purple app and you play Call of Duty, there is drops enabled for you all that want to indulge in the drops. You get free stuff. You'll get free stuff.
Get that top 5 figured out from there. FaZe Clan playing up nice and close against Vita. This is CT Gaming. Vita comes out on top. That leaves it a 1v3. Clamp's done his very best against Netos.
I mean, low key, I'd stay I would stay on top of the I'd stay on top of there as long as I could, but it's gonna suck when you have to jump down.
So many storylines in that little battle.
Yeah, like right there, it's gonna suck dropping down.
But it's the northern side, so it's all about winning this fight.
Oh, if they could stay up there a little bit longer, they would be perfectly fine. Oh my God, if they could stay up there a little bit longer. That'd be perfect for them. King Shaw got.
It's the Stallions. It's the Ravens.
Oh shoot!
Action, and they are taken on out. Puts us into 4 teams remaining. 1.4 secured. It's now who can wipe the remaining.
I did see Shifty and them is smart, just being up there and staying up there because it's going over. So there's no really. Yeah. Shifty and them's gonna rotate over. They're trying to get him off that. Perfect. Shifty, hey man, Shifty's got an amazing mind when it comes to this damn game. It's crazy.
Sage will eventually go down in the cast. It's now just these
final
2 teams. It's the 2 teams that landed.
Oh, that hurts a little bit.
How are they going to end map 1?
That's 1.
From the gas. It's Blast. He fights.
Oh,
look at the kills go.
W.
You're not able
That's all right.
to make it happen.
That's okay.
It's gonna be Ravens at the end.
You're fine. I mean, you want to win, but you're fine with being, in that 2 range. You're going to get the multiplier. You're fine right there. That's a good game for Twisted Minds. Do you want to win? Yes, but it's still a good game for them.
In the end, it's very rare.
Very good game.
Still includes a slither of mansions, so the team can hang in there for so long.
Adrian and them had a nice first game, top 10. So that's still a good, a good game for them. They're fine. First game. it's like anything. You getting the jitters out. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, you know, you kind of getting everything out. So
they've mostly won that Mansion contest recently, and that so often has been the crux of the Twisted Minds game plan here on Haven's Hollow. And the thing is, for a lot of the teams looking around this stage right now, Havens isn't even the Ravens' best map.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
it. Really heat up. They're a CQC team. They will happily get up in the faces of their opponents, but it's that discipline, that decision-making that they've really grown into through this year. And players like Nielsen and King Jock in particular have come alive.
Big W. Big.
Got to talk about the Stallions as well.
They're fine. And I think if my guy Aiden them, if they can hang around, we will see them in the grand finale on Saturday. I really believe that.
From the region, we casted an online tournament where they were playing, and we were like, okay, let's see what
Hold
you
on
got
1 second,
here.
y'all.
This guy is
I like it. Look, we're gonna check out
kids on 180 ping, but guess what? It's land, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit different. All it takes is that first gunfight for you to maybe get that confidence underneath you. And we saw Stallions be one of those few remaining teams in that fight against Ravens down below. But let's take a look at some of these highlight moments coming on in.
Yo, low key, if they would have moved a little bit sooner, I think Shifty and them would have got it. It's just that gas went a little bit too quick, but I promise you, like he had a spot too.
Diving, trying to get desperately inside the gas. Doesn't have time to pull.
He had a hell of a spot. All right, hold up. Let me pull up the.
He just doesn't really have a choice. He's got to go, otherwise he's going to bleed out anyway.
Let me pull up the.
And obviously King Chalk set up there on the cross. So great stuff from them. Lovely decision from him to push out from under the awning more towards that spare train car, because that gives him the crossing to cover. So great stuff from him. Great stuff, of course, from Ravens, but it's just map 1.
Just map 1.
Just map 1.
Let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen, while we get map number 2 set up for you.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's talk about the leaderboard right real quick. Let's talk about the leaderboard. All right, so leaderboard's out already. Here we go. Ravens with 32 points, Stallions with 20.4 points, Twisted Mind in third with 18.2, Genji with 15.6, CT Gaming with 15.4, and rounding out top 6, Vitality at 14 points. You know, overall team kills, we got Ravens with 20, Stallions with 17, Twisted Minds with 13. High. Top overall Slayers, it's pretty much a tie with 7. I'm not gonna go down all of the lists, but if I am Virtus Pro, if I'm Virtus Pro, I'm very happy with the way I've played right now. I'm in the top 10. I'm right in that range where I'm not going to be eliminated for the next round. I'm very excited about how I have played, especially with all the drama that went on, and they kind of went past that and all that. So I would be fine with that. Twisted Minds, we know what Twisted Minds does. Twisted Minds as arguably one of the best players, best minds in Shifty. They just want to, be around that top tier, and then they'll be fine. But other than that, you're perfectly fine with your placement of it right now. So I think you'll be okay with that. So we'll watch a little bit of highlights and shit. I'm fan, bro. Hey, well, thank you. Hey, this is the most exciting stuff, man. This is the most exciting. Falcons is. Hey, this right here. This is what I want to see Sunday. This is exactly what I want to see Sunday. Is them talking crap, the fans going crazy. This is what's going to drive the comp and drive the esports game even further, to be honest. And this I can't wait. A
new generation is here to prove themselves.
Like, I can't wait for that. But guys, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank y'all so much. It is the EWC watch party. I'm very, very blessed to be able to do this. Next year, I'm going to try to be wherever they go. We're going to try to be there to do the watch party there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited about this, man. So hyped for this. But real quick, we're going to look at this real quick. Wow. Like I said, Twisted Minds is doing very, very well. Like I said, top right there. Vitality. This is a sleeper team. I'm trying to tell you. If they get going, Destroy and Adrian Grimy, if they get going, has a chance. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they have a chance just to fry out. We've seen them do it before. So it's going to be very, very cool. FaZe Clan, they was playing very, very well toward the tail end of those scrims. If you watched any of Repulse's scrims, you know they was playing very, very well. So it's going to be like those are some teams you really need to watch out and see what see how it's going to play out. To be honest,
it's fun to watch like drop spots throughout the year, and H1 is a very fun kind of new team, if you will.
All right, here we go.
He's been getting a lot of hype from Cho himself. Big shout out to Cho. H1
Ravens 20 kills, 32 points. Stallions 17, scored 14 kills, 13 for Twisted Minds 18.2. Like I said, you kind of want to be in that range right there. As long as you're in that range, you'll be perfectly fine.
For many here on the stage, EWC 26, and I think about rookies. I think the pressure. I think the opportunity to change your life over a course of a weekend. I think the massive amounts.
Could you imagine winning 1 million? Could you literally imagine winning 1 mil? That would be wild to win 1 million.
The crowd has been so loud. It's been so good to hear. But I mean, it's an incredible thing. When you think of that pressure, you think of people who are maybe crumbling a little bit, but it's early days. You've got matches to throw for now.
You got to get up. I think it's kind of wild. You got to get up early.
The land buff is so real, and some of these teams really thrive under pressure. Some of the teams have still a lot to prove. I think T1's a great example of a team that's got some fresh blood.
Hold on 1 second.
Can shoot like crazy online, and on land still a little bit more to prove, so I'm really pumped to see more from them as well.
Yeah, lots more to still play. Highlights there on your screen, and a fantastic way to start things off there. But I mean, I've no idea really what to expect as far as some of our lower teams, some of them all the regions that don't necessarily get as much love. We talk about those land jets, we talk about the buff you can get. Are there any scores in the lower end that you're more excited about?
I don't know. It's a good question. I think some of our APAC teams is
hold on 2 seconds, y'all. My bad.
We've had folks like Limax, like Teeny, like Obs that have been around Zeppa, that have been around the block for a long time. Even in Call of Duty too, like normal multi. And so to see them back on stage when they've missed a year is really cool to see. I want to see more from the Aussies.
Nice bit of leadership there. Zeppa's been around for nearly as long as I have in this scene, which is crazy to say. But he, again, a little bit of leadership, a little bit of encouragement for those younger players. Many rookies. Again, I was looking at T1, talking about spam and just seeing how confident capable they are. What a first massive tournament for players like that.
T1's such a fun team to talk about because at the beginning of the year, they were the team to beat. They were the online Reapers. They were crushing the competition. But when we started combining global, the NA, Americas, all the way over to EU, things got a little bit more difficult when they're being
tapered down a little bit compared to where they're doing.
Competing right now, T1, they're landing at the same spot. They've been battling over that spot for the entirety of this series as well. So it's still a lot to prove for both those two teams.
Hate to do it to you, man, but one of those first map, second map, do you think any contestant point changes?
As we go back to Haven's Hollow, I think everybody's going to stick to their guns.
Yeah.
It's group stages. You basically need to be top 5 in order to make it forward.
So
and
true.
You need to not be bottom 3 after 12 drops. Teams that are confident are going to stick their spots.
Yeah, stick to what you know, 100%. Play your safe game, and then when it gets more serious times, maybe survival.
Okay, back.
That's where
going to get a Red Bull now?
Hey, any sort of strategy
got my coffee.
You would like let fans at home
got my coffee, cup 1.
Little things that might be considered a big win condition.
Big win condition, you got to get kills, man. Listen, every time we come to LAN, we talk about this.
And it's so different playing on LAN than it is playing in your home setup.
Very safe
it
on LAN.
It's so much different being in that environment, playing on PCs that you're not familiar with, playing in an environment that you don't really know as well.
Way less points, room for error.
It's
tiny.
It literally shows who is who. So if you could do it on LAN, you could do it anywhere.
Let's have a little look-see, shall we?
Hey, I think this setup is crazy.
I want to be a bit of an armchair psychologist right now. I want to start reading body language.
Like this,
who's feeling the pressure?
Could you imagine Could you imagine sitting there and playing for $1 million? How many of y'all would just fold? How many of y'all would literally just fold and be like,
we did it at the top of the show. I mean, these guys are
competition so hard for me.
Talents,
I don't like it at all. My anxiety goes through the roof. I mean,
their belt. Allman has been playing this game since the very beginning, day one, as one of the top players.
I'm that way too, in a way.
In the competition.
I didn't know it was anxiety at first when I was playing college ball. I really didn't know what it was. But in college, before every game, what I used to do was I would
here at EWC, not in Resurgence, at least not for a little while. So still a lot to prove.
12-ounce Red Bull. I think it was like 12 ounce. Yeah, 12-ounce Red Bull.
Mid-season changes.
And then
sometimes in Call of Duty, that honeymoon phase.
I would mix it
so much in multiplayer.
Well, I would dry scoop. First, I would dry scoop
You
pre-workout and then chug a 12-ounce Red Bull before every game.
If it does work out for them for the rest of the tournament, but for now,
And
it's time
because
to
I
go
was
back to the
I was so
casters
like
for drop
had
number 2.
anxiety. I guess anxiety at that time.
Thank you
so
so much,
now
Miles the Rost and
I know there was
Mr.
anxiety, but I didn't know how to
Coach.
deal
Always
with
fun
it.
hearing
So
from
literally,
both of you
I was
of what we
literally
have to talk about. But as
chugging.
you can see here, as we get ready to hop
I like
on
literally
in to
had
drop
so much
number
caffeine in my
2.
system, it was ridiculous.
It's going to be a great
But
time, my friend, because obviously we see some hot
like a
teams come out.
madman,
They're
though.
swinging. They're feeling
I mean,
good. Ravens,
that's what, you know,
Twisted Minds,
that's-
Gen G, Stallions, all
like
putting
they're
up
competing
respectable
against
points, but
they're
let's get ready to
competing in
hop
a
into
you know
game number 2. I'm looking
with
at some
people
of those teams
watching, so
like
like
T1,
it's,
like EK, who make some early
my
exits,
anxiety
put up
was
digits.
cool,
Not
but
exactly
like, yeah,
the map they want to have.
that's
No,
what I
not
used
at
to do.
all.
I used to
You know
literally
that you do
chug
have 11 more drops,
a
so
Red
you don't
Bull
need to
and
panic just yet.
pre-workout
I think
before
Gojo's
every
point
basketball
about
game.
teams that are confident
like,
in their
dang.
game plan will be
It was
fine
crazy.
throughout this group stage, but you can't have too
I
many
wouldn't-
more
I
of
wouldn't-
those.
I wouldn't
do look,
advise people to do
unfortunately,
that,
towards
though.
squads like
I really
H1
wouldn't. I wouldn't
and
advise
First
people
Squad
to
that
do
will
that.
have come into this understanding that underdogs anyway. You have that first bad map. You now
That's why I don't
know
get
you
around.
have
I'm
a
scared of roller
mountain to
coasters.
climb,
I ain't gonna sit
and
there
you
and
have the
fun.
capabilities to do
All right, here we
exactly
go.
that as we look
Second map,
towards
second
our
map,
second
second
drop
map. Let's
for
go,
Hip-Hop.
baby.
Well, one
Second
last
map.
opportunity
Yeah, I
for
don't get on
today
roller
to get
coasters.
those points here on
I
Haven's
literally
Hollow
don't
until we
get on
ready
roller
to
coasters at
shift
all.
gears and move on over to
I'm
our
too scared- I'm
second
too scared
map
of roller
that we
coasters.
have. You can see all these players.
Hey,
You
this
had
is
a
just for
great
you,
map
Sunflower.
number 1, you're feeling confident. If you had a bad map number 1, you got to shake it off. You got to lock in with the boys and figure out
Just for
what
you.
can we
One
do
more
to
time.
make sure that we are not going to be on the chopping block when
Just
it
for
comes
you.
to the end of day number 2. Let's get ready to fly on into it because, man, I think if map number 1 brought us anything, map number 2 is about to continue to deliver the hype.
Well, teams typically grow into these tournaments. Your first map, sure, a couple of squads might have found the ping, the footing, the environment to be a little bit overwhelming. Those things will start to dissipate. It's all about the squads that can deal with the pressure here at the Esports World Cup. And our second
Way
drop
to
for
ruin my
Hip-Hop
morning.
players
Hey,
are in the
I'm just
skies
here.
on their
That's
way
what I'm here to
down
do.
ground.
That's,
It's back to
I
Old
mean,
Faithful
you've been on the
for
earth
Wilson
longer
and
than God's
Kingjaw
walked it,
as
so I
that fight
mean.
at Mansion rages on.
All right, here we go, guys. Map
Alrighty,
number
you see,
2.
looks
Map
like
number 2.
Ravens are going to open this one up. They find Blast. Shifty gets dropped as well. It's just going to be Almond, but for the Ravens, they now have a little bit of an additional sort of thorn in their side as well. But Almond on that backside, he gets found out by Zeppa. This is Heretics trying to start to get a little bit active in this mansion fight. And very early on here in map number 2, Twisted Minds find themselves in a bit of a blender.
Well, also, Virtus.pro have landed center pond, as they so often do when the zone's dragging this direction. What Destroy's done there is just pushed up towards the backside of Mansion. Anyone trying to escape, I'm just going to mop them up. What that causes for Ravens in particular is they can't get out. There's nowhere for them to really try to gain space.
Why do we say that high? Said high, high.
Tough start for a lot of those sides.
Hi.
See here for First Squad.
Hi.
They tried their hand at maybe getting
Hi.
active at Train in game number 1. Wasn't successful here.
Hey,
Now
Sunflower.
they find themselves in a little bit of a sandwich here at Main Street.
Were you surprised
Of course, if Stallions right above you, they're going to try and make
what
their
I
way
told
on
you?
over, take top bank. Athletic will be
yesterday?
on the nearby, but
stream.
down here at Train, I'm looking, and T1, Spam and Disrupt, they're still here. I am sensing a distinct lack of vitality. I think maybe you lost this contest here on map number 2, so a much better start to this game.
So when you start moving, your POIs to second, your second choice, third choice, it's kind of like I don't know. You know, you'd rather do it early than you would like late game, like late maps and stuff, to kind of see what happens.
That's the anchor that you're trying to shift out of the map, and that will force Classic into a bit of a panic station situation. But you're going to slow it down if you are First Squad. Just peer
Why do you say it sounds about right? I'm confused. Why do you say that?
It
is so fun.
Guys.
Yeah,
It's so fun to have like
poll has just had so many people. Nobody's in
have
Lumber
hidden
Mill right
inside
now, for the
things. That's so
record.
fun.
Nobody wants to be there. Barely anybody's in Coal Depot. Everybody is playing on this Main Street side. So with that, you have to be on your P's and Q's if you want to try and stay alive. Zank's down below. Thinks he can get maybe a little bit of an opening on this First Squad team, but trade is there. Self-revive will come through, and you're A-okay.
Well, that'll be Eclectic out of it straight away. They're done. First team dealt with, First Squad. But actually, they claim something. And what a story that is. Eclectic have built their way to one of the best teams in recent scrims and struggling at the early stages here in Paris. Obviously, long ways to go. Nothing to be too concerned about. But First Squad, they get out the bad map 1, looking a little bit better here to start 2. Let's take a look at Kudley. They're at Barn. They'll square off against FaZe It's back and forth. It's all we kind of used to by now. Great work by the Irishman to drop Dizzy. And now his teammates will try and rotate and trade this out. 3v2 up in the fight.
Yeah, Season 5 came out, VST into the meta, and this thing burns.
I would say that, okay. I would say more or less of
at the end of it, but the fun
I'm a jerk at times. I am. I'm just an ass. I'm an asshole at times, okay? I'm blunt. I say what the hell I want. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I am happy. I enjoy life. I do what I want. But I can be a little asshole at times.
Lurking around here, but all
do I give that type of energy?
Still up at this barn area. They're holding a lot of space, and I think if they can sort of clear out phase here, they might just kind of be able
out of 16, 40 players out of 48. We got 10 seconds left to the first circle closes.
No, for sure. If you can get that advanced UAV into the air right now, you're going to be able to hold out a lot of teams, pick up a lot of points, and set yourself up for a great match.
I forgot Aiden was up there. That's terrible. I forgot Aiden. And Aiden won it last year. Like, that's terrible that I forgot that.
From boat early. They know this later than they've been playing around Main Street the entire year.
Dang. That's the first time somebody's ever said that. Literally, that's the first time somebody's ever said that.
Reaper's trying to get involved. That's over aggressive. Lennon plays clean up. So first squad set back in, off into the waters, and Gen G will
still 15 teams up
at Main Street.
Second circle closes. All right, Raven Esports and first squad's tied in first place right now on this map with 2 points. So
okay, but let's take a look. You can see Ravens currently lead the lobby as they are going to hold on to Mansion. Blast does get dropped. I know you see squad wipe on your screen there, but you got one last player.
I've seen a lot of people use that weapon right here for
this map. Does not look
meta. That's a loot gun right now, but I've seen some people use that. I can't believe that. I can't believe you said that, Sunflower. That's crazy.
Already just players.
That's crazy, but that's the first time somebody's ever said that.
They'll be the second team out of this lobby, lose that initial contest upon to H1. And never recovered from there. CT Gaming in this fight on the rooftops against Heretics. Vita just trying to buy a little bit of space to keep himself alive and allow that resurgence timer to tick through. Get his boys back in the mix. Ravens struggling. Great work from King Chog. Finds on the second turn.
He's been on a roll here. He's been on a roll. Damn. Second.
Not done just yet. Heretics are still squeezing up behind this, but
that third party gets you. That third party really would get you.
We've seen him do miracles with the last pistol in hand. He gets the armor crack.
Big W, big win.
I almost thought he was able to bring down Zeppa. Great little moment there for the Heretics to just.
You made me laugh a little bit there, Sunflower.
It's a swing. You're watching this battle come on between Ravens and some of the
what rebel you get?
And you get that kill, you're going to be able to find one more. So good job from Heretics just to kind of hold the line. On the other side, though,
look at the coach's corner. I got a coach's corner. Hey, man. Put me in the coach's corner. Let me be a coach.
You do have Gabe Kuhn from above looking out over you. You need to have some semblance of setup here if you are Gen G.
I need to see.
Just on the outside of zone, they still need to gain a little bit of position.
Yeah, great work here at Gen G in the gunfights. But if you look at the light pink on your minimap, that's the Stallions. They're trying to play holdout. So all these teams are fighting right now. They're likely going to have to get past them at some point and in bits and pieces for most of these squads right now. So a tough situation. And the gas is just going to creep everybody forward into the back of your backyard.
I got you.
If you're Gen G for much of this year, but you're
See, you know what?
Do well to keep all three on your feet.
The fact that Aiden gets in the window there is huge, and Gabe, he flies on out from that little bit of a scaffolding.
Got you, say less.
Will drop down Q8Z, nothing, and get the confirm. So Gen G, you get the players, you're grouped on up, you're able to find one from this Stallions roster, but you can see on your minimap there, Andy, he's reacting for a reason, because we are just continuously ripping these teams to the left side of the map.
Shifty taps away behind the DC.
See, this is where I would like to have like somebody in the house that could like bring me another cup of coffee. That'd be nice. Sophie can't do it. Sophie's asleep.
She's still on the 1x multiplier.
All right, we got 12 teams up.
12.
Cheers.
Vita tries to get himself back to ground.
12 teams up. Shifty and them still are controlling Mansion.
In the mix, 32 players up, and such little landmass. Everybody being forced into fights that they really would rather not take. Blastity's just about gets himself into some semblance of cover. And Shifty and Orman will try and get the boots to ground to support the rotation out. But it's all hard work from here.
Gen G's eliminated.
POI until you got to move out of it.
Gen G is eliminated.
Their sights over towards this area. You see, just as you
like this gets so mixy in Mansion. Like there's so many little spots. Yeah, like it's those corners and shit. It's so hard.
use some of those nades, follow it on up, and with those kills and a couple more coming in on the back, it looks like that might be Novo making another early exit. Still,
right,
two teams need to drop to get
Raven
into
Esports,
that 1.2 multiplier.
It's still on top with 39 points.
To fight their way out of Mansion. On the other side of the map,
I still like Virtus Pro. Still kind of at that 7. I need him up just a little bit more, but that's okay. They're still in it though. They're still there.
It's Geeky. They want a piece of this fight. Aiden slides on down. He's gonna find the end of the gun from
Aiden. Aiden, let's go.
Can you protect it? Aiden, he's
let's
looking
go,
on
Aiden.
coming on through. You know that Field Medic is coming in clutch right now, getting the faster revive. Gen.G get their feet back underneath.
That's right, Aiden.
However, Geeky, they're continuing to find these pockets of timing. Plays, jumps on in. You're going to be able to find the end of the gun because Vitality.
Since you have the story, can you give me a Ghost Energy, please?
Yeah, Vitality are just holding everybody. The problem that they now face is H1 are rotating over from Bond to put on a few at the jackal and how the dominoes shall fall. That's going to give Gen.G the moment, the window to escape out. They shall shift. Almond is somehow still alive. He's though deep gas, and he's just going to try and keep himself up with the stims. Nerfed, of course, so he's got to get moving. Grime is going to go high.
Oh, that's one shot.
And that should be the death sentence for Almond.
Literally, he was one shot.
He does his great job. You can see
I'll give you my P.O. box still. You just send it to me, all right?
So
I'll give you the P.O. box.
An idea that maybe there's an additional Twisted Minds
and the money to overnight it.
Solid little spot can just continue.
So I gotta have it for tomorrow.
Stim will come on in. It's just enough to make sure that you don't get taken out by the gas.
Oh, you're the best.
Twisted Minds.
Flower, you are the
best. A little bit of success here, but it just feels like every time we tune on in, they are always on the back foot. And T1, we take a look at Train. Well, they're feeling good.
God bless. See, there it is again.
5 or 6 bodies out in
I gotta try it.
T1 want all of these kills. This is great for them. At some point, though, they have to turn their attention to holding Train out.
They're just getting easy kills right here. This is just easy. This is just points right here.
On what is most important and prioritizing
this is
those
easy points.
Banging away. He's on double digits, and we're only inside the top 10.
He's at 10. Oh my God, he's at 10.
And kills yet on the board.
Dude, they just got to keep their head on a swivel.
Crap.
And it is a feeding fish frenzy.
It is. It's like shooting a fish in a barrel right now for them. T1 is like 10 up, 10 down, 10 up. Shoot, that's beautiful right there.
For the young man, and there's still 9 teams in this lobby. Clear out one side.
That's a heck of a game for him.
On the other, VP pushing in from this pond area. They want to make sure that they do not get taken out from an angle. I still like.
Virtus Pro
for the time being.
Destroying and Adrian, I like him staying up.
For a long time, they initially stopped players rotating out of Mansion freely, and that's given them a pocket of space.
We're still
now
good.
Back to your feet, just up as a 3. Destroy has 5. Adrian
this is A's first time at EWC too, so I'm anxious to see like once he gets comfortable. I want to see him frag out because there's gonna be a game he goes crazy, and I can't wait. I like, but I also like them playing as a group right here. Oh, he's got the gun too.
Here. Circle's going to pull
Sunflower.
everybody further down towards Trains. A little bit of water to
You are
play
the GOAT.
with. And again,
just know that.
Just further south via T1, that's your big threat if you are this VP side.
Yeah.
I mean, Echo, he calls it a PA looking on the other side. He's found 2 members of Vitality as well. And just that
gun shoots so weird at times. Sometimes it like literally is so easy to use, and it just goes.
Trying to rotate into zone. Gen.G being one of them, GK being another.
Like that gun is so wild to use.
Vitality on the edge.
Holy crap!
And Disrupt is just picking everything apart.
God bless.
Finished.
11. He's like I said, he's just shooting fish. Oh no!
Team on the other side. That
no.
Now should push Bam and Echo over towards the buy station. There is one remaining.
That's beautiful.
For Vitality.
That's got to get there big time. Come on, Adrian. Come on, A. Come on, A. Let's go, baby. Lennon and them.
And laying claim to all the land that Lennon and Gabe Kuhn possess.
The patience from VP.
CT Gaming is already out. So now we got 4 teams up.
You can see already because they were just sticking down here. They already see that you have Gen.G moving on.
You got to move. You got to move. You got to get T1. You got to get T1 out. You have to get T1 out. If you're going to rotate like this, you got to get T1 out of here.
He might be able to tuck himself in the corner, hit that buy station, get the teammates back on it.
Perfect play by them.
BRB,
all right, Miss Sunflower.
The rest of these teams. It's a 1.4 multiplier for everybody. You got to grab that 1.6, and Lennon, he's actually going to find the down on Spam. Yes,
what a kill by Spam. Perfect. All right, now we got 3 teams up. 3 teams up, guys. 3 teams up. Let's go.
V1, V3, VP, hold it all in their hands.
Hey, VP might win this. Come on, VP. Come on, A. Come on, A. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
huge points on the board
Come
for
on,
them. But like you said, it might have been
said
a
it. I
heroic
said,
play, but it's
I'm not saying that.
spam goal.
I'm not saying that Adrian is going off, but I said this team has a chance to shock some people. Literally has a chance to shock some people.
VP, this would be huge. The problem here, Enigma, VP is in such a good spot, but Adrian, he gets a little bit active. He flies forward. However, he will find Skullface.
Big
That is
win.
wiped. Final 2 teams here.
Come on.
It's a 3v1. You just gotta find Spam. Spam's gonna be able to find Adrian. 2v1. Shots coming on through. It's destroyed from that
Big
backside.
win, baby.
Big
win by Virtus Pro. Yes, sir. I love it. Big win by Virtus Pro. Let's go.
He's happy. He's a little
I love it. I love it. I said it.
Yeah, we talked so much about
once they get the cobwebs out, once they get the nerves out, Destroy's been on the stage. So Destroy knows what it is to compete. He's been on. It hasn't been here. He's been in World Series of Warzone and stuff like that. But like being on this stage, the EWC stage, it's totally different. So I'm hyped for him. I'm excited that he's doing good. Once he gets comfortable, watch it go. I love seeing them win because of what they had to go through. All the BS that they went through. Seeing that they, seeing this, I'm very, very excited. I'm hyped for them. Big time. This was the biggest thing right here. With Skullface getting that kill right there, and now it's just a 3v1v1.
And we see him do this time and time again.
It's just like,
Skullface is a great player. It's unfortunate you
that
can't
was a
find
hell
the
of
last
a
2 members
that was a hell of a shot right there.
Fantastic movement. They realize what they need to do. It's all just not scamming in that moment. And you know that he's in the comms. He's saying, probably yelling exactly that. Don't scam. Don't scam. Play as a team. Let's push this player together.
Well, this is somewhere where they've improved so much, because if anyone who's been watching throughout this season remembers back towards Stage 1, even before Stage 1 when we were in the Essential season,
like literally,
there was a lot of talks about how some of their players would scam, fly forward and get involved in fights.
A would go run out and do whatever,
very, very good.
or destroy. So now seeing that they are,
ladies and gentlemen, so we got to get
being
ready to
more
head on
cohesive.
into
I like
number
that. I
3.
do like
Players
that.
getting in the lobby.
Right.
We're going to be right back here in a little bit.
All right. They're going on commercial or going on break real quick. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's go ahead and get here is the all right guys, we got Ravens with 44 points, Vitality 39.2. Virtus Pro has went up to 36.8 points. T1 with 36.4. Gen G has came up to 35.2.
Everyone is
EK
playing.
Sports,
You're not yet.
33.
EWC
Twisted Minds
is
at
your
31.
all-in-one platform to compete
CT
in
Gaming
fantasy,
26.
pick'em, and quests
Stallions
for a
26.
grand total of
I'm sorry. CT Gaming
$300,000 in
26.6.
Build your dream
Stallions
fantasy team in 5 different
26.4.
games
Kind of
and
rounded
track
out,
your score
and then
with live results tables.
kind of rounded out the top
Predict
9.
the winner of every game,
every
group stage,
I said
and
this,
every
and
tournament. Complete daily
I said this.
and weekly challenges to earn boosters that help you climb the global leaderboard.
FaZe Clan, if they want to
join EWC
continue to go, they've got to go up a little bit more. They can't get lost in that 8 to 13 stage. They have to be up there. I need to see them
twisted minds in the game.
lowest at
with me.
7.
I mean,
so
my guy,
they've got to be up there. They can't. You can't.
Do you feel like
legitimately be down there? You're going to have one clanker game. I understand that you're going to have one game that's just bad, but they've got, if they want to be on that stage on Sunday, competing for that $1 million, they have to play a little bit better. They got eliminated.
Look ready to play, okay?
What? 14th, I want to say.
The main stage. You in a whole
was they 14th place?
Okay? Getting locked in.
Yeah.
So that must mean
so they, they were.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
got eliminated 14th. So
I think that's why we love LAN. Like
you can't be doing all that. So
we're all really good friends. So we've had a great time.
The big thing is you just want to be competitive today. You want to be competitive. You want to be able to legitimately.
We're all good friends. We're having a good time.
Hey, y'all having a good time, but as we know, this is a serious weekend, okay? It's big money on the table.
You want to be up there. You want to be able to. You want to be up there to compete, to get a shot to play Sunday. That's the big thing. I want to compete Sunday. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm very, very.
Fans out there.
I think Virtus Pro is doing very, very well. Now, can they continue this momentum? Do you want to win day one? Okay, yeah. But I want to put myself in a spot to succeed for day 2, and then put it in a way where I'm succeeding in the other rounds.
We've done the prep. We know we should be here. who cares about last month? You know, we had a little.
Let me see what old
time, but like, we're here,
has
we're
to
ready,
say.
and just be locked in the moment and just play our game.
Hey man, you are absolutely locked. I can see the aura around you.
Had a pop-off game.
Hey man, you are absolutely locked. I can see the aura around you right now. You are cool,
Oh,
calm, and collected. Hell, you got me even more cool, calm, and collected right now. Best luck to you, brother.
What? They ain't saying too much?
Of course, match 2 was nothing but
Oh, come on, Hector.
chaos where we had Virtus
Hey, Hector, hey man, Hector's got to do everything right now. He ain't got no production team with him. I think it's just him and them. He ain't got no production team.
in the chaos that was unfolding in Mansion.
I don't think. I think it's just him.
They played it till the end, and Virtus Pro did take it out. But
Look at Ketchup. Look at Ketchup down there. My dog Ketchup.
He's
trying to fix mics. He's trying to fix mics. Okay. All right. Let me hear what they got to say.
Wherever you spawn in at, the final circle ends on you. You're probably going to be fine to finish in the top 5. The biggest key has been who's able to rotate better, who's able to find those kills as the zone starts to force you away from your drop location. So you get a couple of teams that are blessed, but I think most importantly, our teams that just finished 1 and 2 both just missed out on the top 5.
There's no way.
So
Hold up.
Kind of
There's no way
that if you get a drop spot that it ends on you, you better be finishing high.
And didn't I hear you in the pre-show say something about Ravens might not make that contest? And I look against Twisted Minds. I don't know, in match number 2, Heretics actually joins the party there. And I mean, Ravens were able to hold off 2 of these big teams.
Yeah, and that's just a big shout, I think, to Heretics as
Damn.
well. To not be afraid to jump into the mix against some of our top dogs that are out there.
I'm surprised it only went 1080. I thought it'd be at least, 2K.
So if it is one of those situations, I
this right here, this right here helped Virtus Pro so much.
It is one of those things that yes, their kill
when they got those 2 kills, and now it's just a 3v1v1, that helped them out so much.
Can they close a map? Now it's going to be down to how do they handle things like rotation, because that's going to be the big key, especially as we change what map we have.
And I'm going to be here to always call you out on your hot takes.
Thank you. I'm going to need that.
I will always hold you accountable. Now, who are we going to hold accountable? Of course, we're going to get into match number 3.
Let's go.
Enigma, Dandro.
Here we go. Match number 3. Match number 3. Let's go.
Hey, thank you so much, Lace and Shift. They were right. We are getting ready to head to a new map, my friend.
I love this, man. This is so fun.
To Haven's Hollow, just here in Group A, as we get ready to move on to everybody's favorite Resurgence map. I say that tongue-in-cheekly. Rebirth Island.
God bless. I feel like I've played Rebirth Island.
We know what to expect on this map, but
like
for maybe
forever.
The uninitiated at home, how do you expect maybe this first map here on Rebirth Island to play out?
Well, I think there's 2 stories in terms of the leaderboard. Ravens are one of our best Rebirth teams.
I'm anxious to see like where is anybody going to switch up after game 1? I mean, after map 1 for Rebirth Island. We're going to see where they're going to land, and are they going to switch up around? That's the thing that I want to see.
In the entire 32 at the tournament when it comes to Rebirth Island, so this is where they have to get their afternoon going. But in terms of drops, the contest, look to the control center. FaZe Clan, Gold Clamp has been holding that thing down for years. That guy don't leave those bricks and mortar. But VP and Novo, they'll contest over the boat nearby and then try and lay siege to control center. So 3 teams jostling over there. Off towards the northeastern side, T1 expected to be contested by Stallions and Fire, and it's between them, Gen G, and Heretics to try and claim that corner, then move on down the map.
Hey, a lot of battling is going to happen here on Rebirth Island, but a team
Rebirth Island's going to be mixy. I mean, it's going to be mixy, and it's going to be interesting to see.
Okay, they looked pretty solid there through those first 2 games. Currently sitting in 7th overall from Haven's Hollow. Kind of maybe getting the shapes out a little bit.
I got a hot take.
Maybe exactly how they wanted to.
I think they need to take Rebirth Island out. Just hot take. I think they need to do
opportunity, get those points
bring back maybe.
So let's get ready. Let's hop on in here to ladies and gentlemen.
What I want to bring back.
Number 3 on Rebirth Island. We get a nice little bit of a look at what's happening here.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Game 3, baby. Game 3. Group stage A, baby. Let's get it.
He's starting to lurk his way up in this contest here.
Oh, we are starting. We are starting.
You're the only player here.
Nice trade out. That's a nice little trade out. Let's go.
Dizzy, but look at that Novo. They also are
nice
going to actually control that main center building.
Yeah, Gravity basically sent in there as a bit of a Trojan horse. He won't find a route through. Destroyed Agent, just set themselves up over at the boat. But that zone, by the way, pulling off towards the northwestern side. So all the teams I just talked about, your T1s, your Gen Gs, them fighting over your chemicals and bioweapons. Very important for the later stage of this map. Stronghold, you got to fight here. Vitality have changed things up. Usually land living. They've decided they want a piece of PBJ, and Smitty's getting active.
I like this. We've seen them, like you said, playing out of living. They move away from that control center fight. So to see them make this realization of just given where the zone is going, we need to clear out PBJ. It's 2 members of Vitality who are going to maybe trying to start to float down here, get a little bit mixy, see if you you can wipe them early, clear out your backside. You will get sniffed out, though, on this turbine area. This is going to be a hotbed of activity as well. Welcome back to the island, ladies and gentlemen, because water pistols are out. They are singing, and there's none other than CT Gaming who loves to make that happen. Obs trying to throw some shoulders, and, well, the timing does not go your way.
It certainly doesn't. By the way, an important fight that went
Virtus
on screen.
yeah, Virtus, as long as Virtus Pros continues to get points, they'll be okay.
Shifted FaZe Clan the hell out, and that now gives them control over the buy stations. Everything that Virtus Pro were fighting for at the boat doesn't really matter anymore. They have to push forward. Look on over towards the Ravens. They'll land HQ. King Chalk's on the roof of prison, and he's looking to just keep an eye on Twisted Minds, who like to land factory.
Just gotta try to figure out where everything is.
Yeah, Blast, he's already started made his way over to Grandma's. So your two members, Shifty, Almond, down there at that factory side.
Kind of want to see where everything's going.
Somebody's got to be around here somewhere. Maybe just waiting for somebody to scheme a little bit.
King, what up? Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Let's go.
I
got one for you. Got one for you. Here we go.
Immediately, the eyes go down towards that factory side, and it looks like the loadout is going to try and get a quad here. Are you ready for exactly this? Shifty just plays the stairs, pops on up, finds Heeds, and you're going to deny that loadout just for a quick little
fancied a little bit. Zang's on the
New generations of pros? I would kind of. I mean, honestly.
And Stukex actually shoot Keybase, so a little bit. But let's take a look at this H1 team then. They've moved from their landing into Chem. Not only that, they completely lay waste to Gen G, who had given Chem for free. A really important
it's kind of new gen of pros because, I mean, you got like,
H1 go from
Aiden and them are kind of phasing out a little bit. You got Adrian, you got, Ketchup when he gets to that age, he's gonna come in through. So it's literally, it is a new gen of pros in a way.
Gen G just flying in from the sky.
It's kind of like, you still got Soka, you still got, Shifty and all them that's, out there still doing the thing. So it's a new gen in a way. It's kind of like who's gonna dethrone, Soka in them. That's what you're gonna see.
It's been some of this first squad team that's looking to get active. Adrian does not let you swim away that easily.
A could be the guy. A could, if he locked in, A could literally be that guy. He is talented upon just amazing. He just got to lock in. Sometimes he's got to lock it in. Oh, he's got that $100 camo.
Rocky match that exists in front of them.
If you see that cheetah print, that's the $100 camo.
Goes on. T1. Disrupt will drop to Killer. The thing is, as well, Disrupt's basically got a free life. You've gained so much space. Echo and Spam have basically the entire northwestern corner to themselves. So Disrupt is just, okay, don't worry about it. I'll go off, find a couple of kills. If I get dropped, I'll come back in for my loadout where my boys currently sit. A great plan from them so far. Can they continue to execute?
Hey, I know we're not in Haven's Hollow
Hold
anymore.
on, 2 seconds, y'all.
Ravens and Twisted Minds continuing to battle it out here at the factory side. Blast, he's going to be able to find one. Slides on out on Aeneason, but Aeneason will put you on down. And it looks like just no opportunity for any of the other Twisted Minds players to play a bit of a trade. You see one flying in from above. Shifty's playing down below, so for Ravens, they're going to control this rooftop as much as they can, and actually back on over towards headquarters where Almond has landed to fight Heat. It's a little bit of an anchor-on-anchor action here. A huge fight for either of these rosters.
Yeah, Almond does incredibly well to stay alive in the moment, because if you are the Ravens, you really want to press Shifty in numbers. However, because Almost gone and
you don't want to
drop back and clear
you don't want to press Shifty one-on-one, and then Shifty's just too good. You kind of gotta corral him a little bit.
Doesn't exist on a scoreboard, but it's great leadership in a very important moment.
Oh shoot!
Semtex goes up. Unfortunately, Almond, he's not there.
Oh, that hurts.
An inkling. Somebody's got to go off for that ladder. He does great.
That's a trade. Nice little trade out.
Heeds will slide on out.
Nice trade out.
Almond. So you'll settle the time here, but those shots are already starting to attract some of the members of PBJ. You can see they're starting to look on over. And they're going to try and hold the line here.
FaZe Clan just trying to find which way they should take the fight. Novo got Blade up. He's hidden inside. Marty just trying to get aggressive. Runs into far too much traffic. Blade recognizes the moment of third party. Dizzy now understands that the Italian's beneath him. He's by his lonesome.
And it will, of course, be VP just taking a sniff at this. Can we third party? Do we need to spend a lot of time here? But you could get some clean exit kills, shut these boys off astray. And Dizzy, he decides to not waste any time with the timer and immediately buys his boy back in.
Yeah, I like that play. You know, you could wait. You could try and just get the timers on down and even wait for this fire sale that's about to come in here in just a quick moment.
But nope, still up, though.
I want to go ahead. I want to try and spend the cash, but I don't know. That might have been all for naught because both of your teammates are dead. Clamp is last alive. He's just trying to stay alive on white health only in the water. In a very peculiar situation. We lose 2 different teams. FaZe that we just watched being one of them here.
That's rough. See, there they go again, losing, getting eliminated in that 15 to 14th range. You can't do that. You got to be in good positioning. You can't be losing it like that.
I mean, you move straight through to finals. As long as you avoid the bottom 3, you do see the survival stage. So not too much to be concerned about, but yeah, it could be better here on Rebirth Island. Nova.
Yeah, you gotta be like I said.
The control center.
Can't be that bottom 3, but you still don't want to lose
with the gas.
In
on 7.
14, 15, because guess what that is? Bottom 3.
Clean up what was left.
But it also depends on the group, you know, the other group stage.
And now just trying to buy time. Find a little pocket, boys. Can you get in? Can you get some loot? And can we build our way into this map?
This is a great way to do it. Already was looking a little worse for wear earlier. But like you mentioned, I'm glad they were able to get their feet underneath them, continuing to hold this area of the map after maybe losing it earlier. But Nova, after clearing out control center, they know there's going to be some players down here in this water underneath Turbine. Can they work together? Unfortunately for you, you got Athletic pushing from behind.
They moving.
Vortex, so
they are moving. They're clearing out buildings.
Put yourself in great position to hold the line. 2 members of Athletic starting to move
their
way forward.
I always hate that axe. It'd be pissing me off.
It's a full fly on in. You take a lot of damage, though.
I mean,
and how do you decide to open up this fight as there are now about 4 different teams just in this one little small patch of land?
Yeah, the PA forces them all indoors as well, which allows then Keybase to get to the rooftops and claim so you can move on down through the layers. Blade's going to lose the fight underneath to Orbs. Zeppa also finds access. That's Monster Madness. So Fede, he senses it. There's red dots. I'm going to go chasing them. There's nothing there for this boy to be doing right now with the form he's in. Swings. Keybase just about stays up. Italian on Italian action. They'll call it a draw for now, but Vortex is cracked. Needs to find his way out. The Molotovs are doing the damage, but no!
God bless, they just wiped them.
And they cut down the players in front of them until they claim the Turbine.
Torched them, holy
crap. Good timing there. It's just a slingshot movement between the 2 players to take down those members of Athletic. But the action doesn't stop yet. You may have control of this top side, but you got a couple of fish underneath you that are just trying to stay alive. You can see Zeppa, he's swimming around, so is Teeny.
Trying to get it.
Already, can you manage to stay alive? We know that this is a strat that we see year over year here in the World Cup.
My Lord.
Hey, we knew some players were going to do this. He's got a loadout Coda in hand.
Oh,
just
that's
for these
smart.
Moments in the water.
Yeah, he is.
That's smart.
For this side. Teeny.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a sub pistol and just go in the water and just fry who's just trying to stay alive. That's smart as hell. It's gonna suck if you go, you know. It'd suck if you're playing, you know, on the land, but like that's smart.
The Resurgence series and everyone feeling a little bit of that on land, but Gen G, they've re-established themselves here at Chemical, and this is where the zone's moving to, so this is win condition.
The crowd.
Gotta find a way to anchor yourselves in and repel all invaders.
This is kind of one of those unfortunate situations where, sure, you gain the power position for this endgame zone, but you now have to just focus on so many different areas. It's going to be tough to decide where you want to go. But hey, the action's been hot, it's been heavy. Let's go ahead, let's see how the boys are feeling from Gen G.
I don't think you do.
They can't. I see what you're saying.
I love this. Just trying to hear.
Get kills as the game goes along.
There's still 11 teams up, bro. Everyone's not just everyone's just backing it.
I'm gonna re-hit the roof for more stims on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just playing their part, seeing where this circle is going to be. Circle closing in 10 seconds. Just wait.
I'm looking at office, kind of.
We're only on 5, but it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still safe.
You gotta prolong the game.
Wait. Top 10.
Yo.
I might peek the door up and watch my right. I heard a wall.
Not a lot of comms coming out of Gen G, but you heard them say, just let everybody fight. We're only on 5, but it's okay.
Yeah, they lost that chem fight early. Since then, they've been in a bit of a regain situation. They understand they're probably out-tooled, and right now looking to play around as much multiplier as possible. And I like the comms being quiet. No need to get over-aggressive in them. No need to panic. Just slow everything down. Let the map deal with itself, and find yourself in the later stages of this one. Kletic finished. They will drop inside that top 10 to the 1.2, but miss out on the 1.4. Nielsen buys Lonesome, and only $100 in pocket. Barely enough for a Happy Meal, let alone get his boys back in amongst the mix. He's going to play Industries here. We'll run into Novo, but if he gets the timing through the backside, drops one or two of these players, of which he's more than capable, could hit the buy station nearby.
And look at Twisted Minds. They're now here on this sort of top floor of Chemical as well. You have Gen G down below.
I always drop
in the mix. Everybody is just
I used to love dropping Chemical.
On. There's no movement. Shifty's actually going to be the one to drop Nielsen. And just like that, everybody is just waiting for these 2 additional teams to drop to get to that 1.4.
That rotation is going to be sick.
Twisted Minds with the
that rotation is going to be so sick. Here they go.
One member of GK, one member of T1. The body starts getting moving.
Here they go.
Stallions have made a massive wrap because the zone's gone huge. It's dragged all the way across, and Lazy's going to be behind everybody and gets active to drop Shifty.
Oh my God, he has so much patience. He watches both of them go ahead of them. Eventually, he'll get found out by Lennon, though. Gets dropped. That's going to be GK
I told you this rotation is going to get sick.
Stallions, they have to start to battle it out as well. Cluster goes up in over the top, but you can see for Novo, it's been such a good game for them.
Oh my God.
The Stallions. We are now into the top 5, 1.4 secured.
I love the idea for the Stallions getting the move early. Novo already
Raven
here.
Esports is out.
Now down to just the one player. Played, stands tall for them, but Lennon will not. The Gen G game dead as well.
Gen G's out.
They're done. Not many points on the board at all. A tough one here to kick off Rebirth Island.
You got Blatz.
Found themselves at the top, but it's actually PBJ with the full 3 in the belly of Industries.
All they have to do is just not get isolated. If all 3 members of PBJ can stay up, that would be huge. But look where the zone pulls. It's going to force everybody out of this area.
They've got to move. They've got to move quick.
Trying to make this early rotation. Cuts down Blade. That's another
100%.
team eliminated. These players are looking at the top right. They're doing the math. They're saying, wait a second here. The numbers aren't adding up. The numbers, Mason, where are they? As you're now realizing that you might be the only team of 3 up. Shots on that top helipad side. Almond will cut down Vortex and Believe finds Spam. And just like that, you actually bring this back into a 3v3 thanks to her Herculean effort coming on in. Shifty, Almond, blast up. You find 2
you got one more. You got one more. Down low. Down low. Down low. Down low. Get there.
That, it was PBJ's game to
right there.
lose. Now it's a 3v1.
Let's go.
Twisted
Minds with the win. Let's go.
The win.
Yeah, not the best start if you are Twisted, but look at that man there. When it felt like Ravens were turning the screw.
It's not a good start, but it's, you know, the first match they was in second. They want to win that. I understand that part.
Drags the pressure away. From there, they could build themselves into the rest of the map, and that's why we see them in the late stages. Great execution in the end. They rotate early. Almond on that flank, clears out the helipad, and then you have the high ground.
Big win by them. Big win.
So great stuff. Again, this is their best map currently. They've had turmoil. They've had issues. Those have been very public, but they are still a solid Rebirth side all the same.
Big win by them. Big win.
Pretty solid Havens Hollow. That map should shift them right up the standings. They'll be feeling pretty.
Yeah, they are going to be feeling A-okay after that. You can see already a little cool, a little calm, a little collected here. Gen G having some talks maybe after that game as well. Players, I think, just maybe taking a little bit of a breath here after that first game of Rebirth Final and look at a chance, you know, maybe recenter themselves if they need.
You know what?
For some of these things,
I'm very.
I mean, we got to take a little bit of a look at it. We get to this moment where it's Almond. You can see here with this zone pull, he made that play all the way back to the buy station on the courtyard, and now he's going to be able to find those kills. Let's take a little bit of a look and listen in at the end of that game.
On the board, what'd I say? Good shit, man. Really good job. So fuck, I'm talking about, bro. I'm gonna say Gen Z got wiped hella early, and no one took it.
We hear it come through there.
Thank you for the heartbeat.
About themselves right now. We've talked a lot about the comms issues that these guys have had at points. There's still a little bit of the chemistry, the pacing issue that we saw. We see it again in Havens Hollow, but they are very comfortable here in Paris. There are no dangers. Sorry.
What's going on? What's up, man? What's up? I just watching the CWC.
So they're fine. They're doing their thing right now.
Day one of it.
Put them in a position to move on through to Sunday should they continue.
Day one. All right, hold up, guys. Let's go ahead and get the. Let's go ahead and get the standings real quick. All right, here we go. Standings are updated. So we have Why did it do that? That's terrible. Okay. All right, same thing. Ravens Esports with 62 points, T1 with 56 points, Twisted Minds with 55.4 points, GK Esports with 51 points. So, Gen G's, and I'm just going to do the top three. Is Raven Esports 62, T1 56, and then Twisted Minds with 55.4. I said before, I'm very worried about FaZe. I'm very, very worried about FaZe, and FaZe is in that eliminated round where they're in that the last game they got eliminated in 14th place. 14th place. This one the same thing, got eliminated 15th place. So it's very, very rough if you want to get in that top 13 to get into the that survival round on Saturday. You can't be in the bottom three, and you can't have back-to-back bad games, and then you just can't. There's no place in that right now, and especially we get toward the the middle part. I know it's game 3, but you can't be down that low. You just can't. Virtus Pro still in that 7th place. I did have the best of game that game right there. Didn't have what they would want. They, placement, it was 13th. So you don't want to have that type of game. You just won, so you still want to be in the top 5. But hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see if they change their POIs for the next map. I don't think they do. I think they probably will stay the same. In my opinion, they definitely will stay, kind of stay the same where they'll drop. But guys, yes, thank you so much for tuning in, man. This is the EWC World Series Resurgence Series watch party, man. I want to say thank you so much to Call of Duty and the EWC for letting me do the watch party, the co-stream. Love doing this. Shout out to Adam and everybody over there on the esports team for Call of Duty. Thank y'all so much for everything. But guys, yeah. So, hey, what the heck? I ain't played zombies in forever. What is this? I ain't played zombies in forever, guys. All right, let me go grab some more coffee. I'll BRB, guys. BRB.
Tyler 1, you're done.
All right, I'm Gojus, this is Seymour, and we are here to talk about EWC Play app, folks. It is brand new. It is so dang cool. Going on for a couple weeks. Get a chance to earn $300,000 in total prize pool by locking in your pick'ems. Seymour, you got to walk us through how this works here for Call of Duty Warzone.
Well, once you download the app, of course, you're going to want to create an account. Once you create an account, you head to the play button in the middle, and it'll bring up Warzone. You got your groups for the day. It only locks in for the day that we're going to be watching. Today is day 1. It's our group stage. We got A and B, and you want to make sure you don't just pick your favorite teams, but you pick the best teams to win, because it adds up.
It adds up. You're able to actually do pick'ems for every single game that's happening every single day, and it's important that you log in each day in order to lock in those pick'ems and hopefully earn some of that overall prize pool. $300,000 in total prize pool, folks. It's a ton. Now, as we get into day 1 here with the Warzone Resurgence Series Championship at EWC, talk to me. What are you locking in for your first pick'em, Seymour? Come on. It's Group A to start.
Group A. I've been rocking with T1. Everybody's like, who do you got winning? I've been rocking with the T1 squad. Okay. You got Twisted Minds, Ravens. Everybody is going to be vying for that championship, so it's going to be hard to really say who wins on the day, but I got my favorites. I'm sure chat has their favorites.
Listen, folks, anybody can win Warzone Resurgence Series Championship, okay? And anybody can win the first match of Group A on day 1. Folks, we got a long competition, so go lock in your pick'ems now. Again, EWC Play app, this is download for free everywhere. iOS, Android, Google Play Store, everywhere you can get your hands on that app. Go download it right now, log in, lock in your pick'ems. Seymour, it's going to be a great day today, and hopefully chat's able to win some of that prize pool if you lock in the correct pick'ems. We will see you out there for the Warzone Resurgence Series Championship. Good luck in your pick'ems.
Seymour with the solid pickups too in regards to T1. He was able to perform well. By the way, if you are currently joining, don't forget to join the Esports Foundation Creator Program. You'll get a chance to go there, sign up, and just earn rewards by live streaming to your community. And there's some amazing rewards that a lot of people have been joining. Make sure you scan that QR code, join the Esports Foundation Creator Program, and we might end up interviewing you on the final day. We've gotten a chance to interview a couple people in previous weeks, but let's get back to Warzone because Seymour, T1, heck man, that was a hell of a pick to start off with. Thanks for joining us, by the way, Miles, Seymour, none other than Shift, and myself, the 7WG. How are you feeling so far about the T1 pick?
Feeling good. I mean, they look fantastic. You're getting some final circles out of them. They're making some right calls, especially off their drops. You see Spams turning up for his Rookie of the Year tournament. And, I mean, I couldn't be happier. I think a lot of people are going to be happy with their pick'ems. Twisted Mind's having a great day. Ravens are having a great day. T1, I think all the teams that are expected to perform in Group A are performing.
Yeah,
Twisted Minds.
No stinkers. It's what we love to see at a top-level tournament.
Twisted Minds, talking about that squad. I mean, especially this last game, being able to actually come out with the win. But the first two games, they were still able to put up good points, too. First game, second place.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see the top teams when the ending circle is on their drop spot. They're going to finish in the top 5 without question. For me, it's just their ability to regain in that last drop. Because in map 2, they were not able to successfully do that. So to be able to find a position to get kills, get into a position to get to a final circle, and then find a way to finesse it to win it against teams that are already set up is really, really impressive. And that checks all the boxes in terms of things you want to see for a team to win a championship.
Hey, you got to do this again and again and again.
All right, my bad.
This is the name of the game right now. And hey, we like what we've seen. Top placements, a couple of good, big scoring games. And again, to go back to the rookie conversation, we're seeing solid performances about these kids on their very first tournaments. And this is exactly what you want at the biggest competition of the year.
And I think even like you talk about EWC, just in the pressure, you got the crowd, you got rookies literally turning up to probably one of the hardest Warzone tournaments you could play. So
it's so different playing over there. Like it really is it's so different.
Some of the teams that we expect to do
playing over there, and
we had a couple of teams that I know that like in the green room were chatting about saying like, we'll see what happens. Eclectic is one of those teams that everyone's sitting there saying, hey, they're trending, they're doing really well online. Didn't have a great time on their most recent LAN. So far, they've been dropping some deuces. I'm not talking like deuces.
Wow.
They're dropping the number 2 right now over these lobbies. They're not looking very good.
Some deuces.
Yeah, the team, one team that you actually thought was going to not be doing well.
We have a wild take right there. Some deuces.
Before we even talk about that, I can vouch. That ball was flat as heck, brother.
Thank you.
That's why I gave it to you.
We have some wild takes right there.
A little self-sabotage on your part, but I'm here for it. No, those that saw me last year, I get on this desk and I make a hot take. So far, Ravens have made me look stupid. They're killing like no one else right now. They're still at the top of the leaderboard simply based on the amount of kills that they can find. The big question mark is going to be, can they get to those final circles and put themselves in a position to win? Yes, they did it in map number 1, but that was because the final circle was their opening circle. So that's going to be my big question mark for them. Right now, they're looking good for a top 5 in the group, though, at least.
Top 5 in the group is good. Great spot to be in. But you said early starts are really good, nice early kills, but it's the late game where we're seeing the top teams. They're the ones with positional advantage, depends on where the circles are going. And so far, it feels like every circle's been a fun one. Again, I'm going off the excitement levels of the casters right now, and then every single time we see a pool, like, it's ball north, we're going south. I'm like, yeah, boys, hell yeah. Can't wait to see where this one goes next. But this is the thing, man. I mean, Warzone is one game, and that late game is a whole different beast. So excited to see what happens.
And I mean, who would have ever thought that Haven's Hollow second map is going to pull all the way out into the water?
Actually.
You're getting some good reads from the IGLs, though. I think that especially Rebirth Island map 1 for
I had to get
to read the
my
pull
thing
towards the top of the hill. You take out Novo, you kind of uproot them from that power position. It's an easy win from a lot of these teams.
I got this
who are
going
veterans, champions. They're going to know exactly how to read these circles.
No, don't you worry.
When you have day 1 teams
Sunflower, you are good.
Like that,
everyone that's in here right now, hey, that's all I ask. Just be in here, enjoy some good COD.
And what's
one
just
team vibe out.
You are
perfectly fine.
Minds. What's one team that has maybe surprised you? I know
you are perfectly fine. Don't you worry about it.
Another one, especially
I got some laundry too if you want to fold it.
Of day 1 for groups for Group A.
If you want to do it, I got you.
There, Team Stallions have been finishing in the top 10.
I got some laundry if you want to.
They need to kill better. That's just what it comes down to. They're placing well. They need to kill better though. As we look at our standings here,
Raven Esports there at the top with those 62 points. T1, don't forget that top 5.
Oh, you are cool. You are good. We vibing. We are vibing.
That will be moving on. on to match point finals. The bottom 3 will end up getting eliminated and their keys crushed. But I mean, Twisted Minds.
Oh my God, that's
GK Esports as well with 51 points.
I mean, my great surprise. Team Heretics, the thunder from dead, and I don't know what the Spanish is for Vamos.
I hate
Vamos. It is for Vamos, but these boys have really impressed.
I hate laundry.
True vet, man.
I'll pay you to fold my laundry. How about that?
35 of their kills came in the last 2 maps.
You can't beat that.
That's just going to show that, and I know that the casters have been talking about it a lot. Placement doesn't matter as much anymore when you don't deal with multipliers of 1.6 for top 5 and 2 times for the first spot. It's all about putting yourself in a position to get kills early. Yes, of course, at the end of this whole thing, you need to win a lobby. But right now, it's all about kill participation. And GK and Ravens have shown that you put the good numbers up there, you're going to be on top of the standings.
I think you're looking at an
Deal.
average of
how much you gonna charge me? How much you gonna charge me to fold my laundry?
So it's to see a team get to the final circle. It's definitely not going to be.
How much you gonna charge me? That's the real question.
VP, Vitality, they're towards the bottom. I think those are 2 teams. Gen G as well, you can say in 9th place. You expect them to be at the top of these standings, and that just hasn't been what their year has looked like. They've had some poor land placements. They've had some performances that are questionable. So to see them turn up to EWC again, raising those red flags for these squads where they got to turn up in the back half.
Are you raising, or are you like waving it really hard though?
That's a very personal question.
Personal question. Hey, between the dropping the deuces and waving it too hard, they're
these guys should be way up there.
All right, so one more rebirth, and then we go to Fortune's Keep. Now that's going to be wild to see Fortune's Keep. See how mixy it is going to get, and then we will be going to the other one.
Well, we're looking at the today's schedule right now.
At least the TikTok universe. I don't even know what is a TikTok universe. How much is that? I have no idea.
I'm hoping that this kind of form is going to continue with.
I have no idea. How much is a TikTok universe?
Game 1.
You confused me there.
Might be incorrect. It might have been Raven Esports that actually ended up getting the win on that first game. Twisted Minds did end up getting 2nd place, but I do want to hear what Twisted Minds got to say in this interview.
All right, this is Goj. I've got Blast. They just came off of Game 3 win, Rebirth Island. Blast, that's got to feel insane, right?
Always winning on LAN and a BR is, always nice because, it's like pretty much I would convert a search into
But now you got to be looking and see how much the TikTok universe is.
And when you come out on top, it's always a good feeling.
In general, there's been a lot of chatter around Twisted Minds. You're representing an org that is trying to back-to-back win right now.
They really do.
But
it's wild.
Almost entirely, right? And you're joining Almond. This has been a really big switch for the people at home that maybe haven't been paying attention to all the drama. In a couple words, why did you want to join Twisted Minds?
I would say more of just pacing factors.
How much is a TikTok universe?
I would say multiplayer fundamentals apply to Warzone, especially for fighting. And Shifty has the same
Damn.
How to take fights.
A TikTok universe costs 44,999 TikTok coins, which roughly equals 500 to 600 US dollars. Damn.
Best IGL.
Damn.
You won EWC last year, so.
So you want $600 to fold my clothes?
He's one of the most players of all time. So many of these players are. But
damn.
Big congratulations to you guys.
Sunflower, I thought we was cool.
Things are going well.
Like,
how does that feel?
Damn, Sunflower, that hurt my feelings.
Couple scrims and
that hurt my feelings right there, Sunflower.
Yeah, we had a little bad,
scrims,
I would say, leading up to EWC, but there was a lot of factors. I mean, people that don't know, I scrimmed for probably about almost 2 weeks and 95 degrees in my room because my AC went out in southern Texas. So I was going insane.
Nah, don't say I just threw it out there. I didn't know how much it cost. Lies. You lie. You were stop.
You play scrims to get better, so you want to find your flaws. And
that's such a lie.
Cool. That's Blast. Twisted Minds.
I don't believe it. I just threw it out there. Lies. All lies. Dirty, dirty lies.
Halfway through our first day here for Group A. 3 maps done and dusted.
Halfway through, baby. Let's go.
Great words from Blast there after coming off that win. Yep. And obviously, Twisted Minds currently sitting in 3rd overall in the lobby here after these first 3 games. Would love to be able to continue that trend and possibly end day number 1 top of the board.
No, yeah, most certainly. It's been impressive from them. Obviously, they get a relatively mixed bag on Haven's Hollow, but honestly, their average placing is fantastic right now. You're talking just over third, and that is tying up with lobby leaders T1 in placing. So, yeah, great stuff out of them in terms of getting to those late circles. Continue that trend, and you'll be seeing yourselves through to Sunday with very little issue. Another team in the top 5 that are quite stunning in terms of the metrics side of the game. They are sitting in 5th. It is your team Heretics. Thunder from Down Under, says Miles. Currently rocking 44 kills. Their average placing is 10th. I don't think I've ever seen a team.
I'm very sad. That hurt. That hurt. Sunflower.
So these guys, if they can figure out rotation too, they're a real
I'm sad now.
This one.
Oh, well, Team Heretics, they're going to be the cutoff right now for that top 5, just being 0.4 points of the Italians in Team Novo. Bottom of the leaderboard, we saw it there in the break there. Eclectic, FaZe Clan, and First Squad. They need to do better if they want to try and get out of that bottom trenches and at least into that middle pack.
Let's go.
And make it to the survival stage. We still have 3 more games to play.
Yo, thank you so much for the follow.
Second map of Rebirth Island.
All right, here we go.
Ready to head on to the newest addition to Call of Duty Warzone Esports, Fortune's Keep. So let's get ready. Let's hop on into it.
Here we go, baby.
Control. It was battles at Chem.
Damn.
Let's
Somebody
see
just
what
threw me under the bus.
number 2 here on Rebirth Island. Map number 4.
That's what happens when you're from 1930. AC, BC, all that.
Top scorer across the entire map, Novo. We saw them win that control fight very early. 3-team contest in that direction.
I'm anxious to see how FaZe does.
More important buy station and cut off so many
I know, get her,
teams
get
around
her.
You. So they can repeat that. That will jet
Get her.
them right up the board. But all the teams now saying their hopes, their prayers, and flying into the skies of the island.
All right, let's get ready. You can see players locking on in.
Let's go, game.
Here
we go.
Little bit of a break
second one.
We go. What?
Does anybody change their spots? I wonder.
To hop on in. Take a little bit of a look at Twisted Minds after that win down here at Factory. They're actually getting this for free, Enigma. No contests here today.
All right.
Kind of what we saw them make some of those early rotations, early movement in that last map. Started kind of flirting on up here a little bit with the Ravens, but it's actually going to be maybe a float on over towards Living where they think they can get a little bit active against Vitality.
Novo at the control center. Of course, Novo are back.
Already starting out. Already starting.
Pressure. We thought Novo might decide to contest the boat against Virtus Pro. Instead, they fancy the FaZe fight more, and you can see why. FaZe towards the bottom of our board. This control fight.
Oh, damn.
Crucial.
Damn, Sunflower called you son. Holy shit. Damn.
Actually get some blessed timing.
Damn.
While he does get dropped, you've actually got Clamp in for the trade as well, so that's great work considering
Look
the
at you.
circumstances.
Sunflower coming in here ready to go, ready to fight.
Parity in the fight, but look at VP. They're sending the boys over. They're sniffing the opportunity to third party this.
Love this. This is exactly out of the VP playbook. You got Destroy and Grimy working together. It's the boys. You can see they open it up. They find Clamp, and it's a full kill there as they're starting to work some of these teams around the map. DK, they're going to leave one player up on top of the water power, and Eclectic down below in the showers. And maybe go ahead,
Queen of England. Want some tea and crumbs?
Because they need to clean up their act if they want to try and jump up the leaderboard. Stukex, MK in hand off the deck. Just trying to see if anybody's going to make a play towards this buy station. And, yep, patience is a virtue. We'll be able to catch next.
Incredibly important for the Eclectic boys to get going.
Shit scared me for a second. That shit froze. I was about to cuss somebody out.
Scrims, but this is the one
Call
that
Spectrum, cuss them out.
Real force on. It's because they hold this water tower side. The fact that Geeky are ripping it away is just causing them so many issues. So great stuff out of the German-Austrian lineup. Stallions. Yes, we're seeing them in the late circles. Yes, they could definitely do with more kills.
Come on,
PPJ
come on, come on.
An easy side to take down. They're more than happy to play death ball, to rotate only after the fights are finished. And Praise right now just trying to squeeze forward and set up some more engagements. And there comes the first trade, though. Is in, kind of, comes from elsewhere in the end, but that won't matter, won't care at all. You get the kill.
Ooh, look at that. You see the cap
trading clay pots for silver coins or something. Damn. Damn, Sunflower.
Here, but look who's kind of started to maybe flirt with some of this action. It's one of these members of Vitality who's looking to make their way on through. Down here at the turbine.
Oh, they're fingering. They're fingering.
Into the water.
Oh, well, the finger. Oh, there it goes. They got the done.
The kill, but Reaper, he's going to turn around.
Damn, the fingering. The fingering ain't fingering this morning yet.
This is something that we see time and time again, right? You get thrown into a blender early, you splash on into this outside area. and you maybe just go hunting like a shark to find those
That's fingering,
kills.
ain't
Couple
fingering.
different areas, though, continuing to kick up the action as Ravens have made their way into prison.
Yeah, Nielsen will have Geeky and Eclectic for company. Zank down low, that's the anchor. Nielsen's trying to sniff them out. You find that kill, and often the card tower shall fall, but right now, not really actually finding the engagements that you wish if you are this French lineup. Might get awful timing on Geeky, who are just dropping into the lower side of prison, and Nielsen will hear a stim pop off nearby. Where is that? How's it located? Either way, the jostle.
Hey, it's still, we're
shifting through the layers.
All the teams are still up, though. That's a W. That's a W. All the teams are still up.
They're already underway here at Kemp.
Aiden, nice little shimmy in the window, drops the smokes, think that he can maybe reposition, just not going to be enough.
In all honesty, I do still believe Biffle is the greatest Warzone player of all time. That's just my thoughts. But Aiden is up there too. Aiden has done it in a lot of games. He's won in the highest level of Fortnite, which is arguably the hardest game to play, you know, with the builds and all that shit back in the days. But it's so consistent still in, you know, Warzone. Oh shit. What a holy crap, he put them both on a blender. Oh my god.
It's a nice little 1v2.
Literally put both of them in a blender.
From H1.
Holy shit.
You get a couple more kills on the board, but more importantly, you drop the timer on your teammates, get them back into the action.
You see moments like that and you understand why Gen G have actually shifted him to the back line. Gotta stay up in the fight. Need something to really cut you through and get that timer down. Now Gabe Kuhn with the two-piece just means the boys are back into the skies and actually gains control of Chemical. So my god, Aiden and Lennon now as they try and play clean up, and Lennon gets some insane timing to get in behind Cornel. You will eventually push out so much space, and hopefully this is the foundation for a far better rebirth here for Gen G.
Yeah, it's like I think they see this most wanted on the top of Gabe Kuhn, and they think that maybe for some reason Gabe's alone. Nope, not going to be the case. Lennon from down below. It's Kudley. He's the only one up here, but Shifty's kind of lurking around here as well. You have to be careful. He pops on up. He cuts down Aiden, and he's continuing to rip, getting in this damage. Lennon's got to back on up, get the plates back on through. Can he manage to stay alive? Decky has come to try and play spoiler on this outside,
Shifty.
But you just fed an extra point to Shifty.
Yeah, Shifty ain't gonna take that.
Said, I'm bored. Let me go ahead. Let me get active. Let me get this gun hot because we need to be top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, he's pushed out far here. Again, a free life essentially. The whole game plan is that Shifty goes on the hunt because you've got the space over factory controlled by your anchor.
Hey,
and will allow your loadout to be protected.
Hello.
You'll land back in on it should you run into any troubles. Gabe Kuhn and the Gen G first will rotate back towards Chem, figure a different
That's what's the name over there.
Towards the circle. Second Living, Stallions, PBJ, and FaZe are all here.
Virtus Pro, I like it. I like him still up top. They got to get active though. They have to be active in this.
Not likely that the Stallions will give them any room to breathe in here. And PBJ, you can see they're on the hunt as well here in green.
Vitality's also looking to maybe get a little bit part of this action as the battle at green will continue to rage on. J-Vela down below. You kept one running, and there you go. Stallions taken out of this lobby. That doesn't mean that you have time to breathe if you are PBJ.
Yeah, you're still moving because you're right there on that cusp, so you still want to continue the momentum.
They find themselves here at the bottom of prison, just on the outside. A couple of shots will back down the players from above, buy you the space that you need. Geeky will be on that outside. Aiden gets eyes onto Decky. This could be a huge kill to ensure that you cut down the forces of Geeky.
Gabe trapped between a rock and a hard place, very much so. He will get the initial fight with Decky, but it's just a bait and a switch. Lays doesn't.
Gabe!
6 kills.
Oh my God, Gabe!
And we talked about why he is seen as one of the best frags in the game, but another example of why when you step from the line and Gen G needed the most, he stands tall and keeps you going.
Like literally, I thought he was dead in the waters. Honestly. Holy shit!
But it's weird that it's happened twice.
Like, I literally thought he was dead in the waters. Oh, my God.
First example of how Gen G have built themselves into actually being a threat here at Atlanta. For all the turmoil that they've gone through this year, all the trials and tribulations, they'll now hold out in the prison courtyard. Eclectic aren't gone just yet, though. Keybase, he plays forward, tries to catch the timing on Gabe Kuhn. Aiden was there to swat him away. Gabe Kuhn felt like he left a little bit of something at the buy station. UAV's going to go up. Keybase finished anyway. The rotation isn't clean. Likely a dive into prison here to shelter yourself from the players above.
Yeah, it is a huge moment for this advanced UAV for Gen G. This is going to give them all the information they need of how they can push their way forward. How can you carve a path Because you can see, with that information, they take down Mati. That's going to be FaZe Clan.
Damn, Sunflower.
They know that these members of EK are going to be hanging out around here, and you can kind of play a little bit more defensive if you are Gen G. Aiden, he's going to lead the line, send some shots down on range. You hear Freddy on the outside, though, and that's Athletic taken out of the lobby.
The sync is just gorgeous from them right now. Lennon and Aiden are just chopping players down in mass. Aiden gets the coverage, flies on forward, picks up Stukex. It's about 8 bodies in a row for the duo. We talk about Gabe Kuhn as the fragger, but as a two-headed dragon, these boys are kind of apart.
Look at your silver coins. Hey. God bless.
And you are holding so much of this western side of the map.
Yeah, oh, somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous.
Talk about Aiden. You can't ever forget how important he was to that Twisted Minds roster, and you're starting to see why a lot of the community has faith into Gen G.
I'm still stuck on what Gabe did. Holy crap! Gabe literally just shit on them. Holy crap!
Where these teams are, and they have to gain this positioning now because you can see Resurgence starting to end.
PBJ out, Athletic out, a lot of bodies starting to fall. Lack of mass here on Rebirth Island. It had you a hell of a lot of gunfights early, but once it comes to rotation time and the Resurgence is disabled, it all spells.
And here we go, guys. Here we go.
Those who begin to move late. Taking a quick look here at where some of these teams are set up. Ravens are typically in that headquarters spot. He's here, huge play. If he can control the prison rooftop, it allows his 2 boys down below to play clean up on anything that tries to move that will be lacking in bodies if you're everyone except for that Gen G side.
Listen, we've seen time and time again, year over year on this map, the player that can control this headquarters tower can sometimes just be a real nuisance.
Well, technically, if she says she's going out in the streets, that could mean something totally different. I'm just saying, if she's out there going into the streets, it could be something totally different than what you're selling silver coins.
It still rips. It's still
Sunflower, you kind of set yourself up for that now.
Start moving a little bit forward. Gen G, they're starting to get active. We did a listen in with them, and it was a little bit calm. I have to imagine that it's not nearly as calm in this map. Let's go ahead. Let's see how the boys are feeling.
I'm going basement. There's one in Grandma's, in third story.
Oh, the basement? Go best. I can burn more smokes too, okay?
Here's another muni too, another muni.
Yeah, for stims. We got loads of stims, butter. Okay.
We can buy another PA if we need.
No. I think we just get into fucking grandpa's. Now? Yeah. I'm in bottom.
Alright.
I'm in bottom. I'm here.
They're a little bit more talkative this time, this go around than the other one. They're a little bit more talkative.
And don't give nothing. I'm low. There. I kind of want to grab a DC. We're gonna have to go low left. Do you want to go like...
Aiden's locked.
Yeah, low.
My gear full, hold up.
Don't tweak. Nice.
Yeah, Gabe's moving.
Oh,
it's alright. Oh. Oh, damn.
Oh my God, Gen G, they are looking good, but it's the Ravens.
Damn, they can't. That third party came in. I didn't see him until the end. Holy crap, that's crazy.
It's takeover and get so many points on the board.
Oh, there you go. Get another one. You got stim here in a second.
Keep himself up as much as possible. Avoid any attention. Let the
one more stim. There we go. Let's roll.
On fire here in Paris.
Well, obviously.
Damn, that hurt.
Towards the top, we got to take a look at green and a couple of these teams.
Like 8 of them were moving, but now shoot.
Battling for cover here, while you still have a number of squads.
Sunflower said something about the streets, and we ain't heard from her. I'm worried. The streets got her.
But this is going to be a battle as the zone will continue to pull away and force some movement through this 10 side. Decky from DK.
Come on, you got to get a story up. No, they're in a rough spot. They're in a rough spot. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Stukex is repositioned on the outside. So often the anchor that has to sit in a spot to cover his boys and will get there. Allman, he will not win that. Vortex on the drop.
That hurts. This is where it gets really mixy. Holy crap, this is where it gets mixy.
With Virtus Pro in commanding position. It's the Italian veteran Vortex. He's coming alive in Blade. He's gonna go
huge for the team.
Oh,
the
shoot.
two Italians, they're still here as they're going to battle first, bro.
Oh.
Slides on out. Destroy is
Destroy's the only one up.
You just need one.
Grammy. Oh, what a win by Grammy.
Find them. Virtus Pro.
Another win.
Another map win.
Oh, shoot. I told y'all, Virtus Pro has a chance at shocking a lot of people. This is the second match that they have won off that. Nah, shoot the smoke. Nah, I mean, they might have specialists. They might have anything that's going to outline them, you know. And like, if you're, nah, not on this. Not on this. That's big time. That is huge right there. I love that. I love seeing that shit.
Yeah, the Esports World Cup. 4 games played. Virtus Pro have taken 2 of them.
2 out of the 4 games. That's big, guys.
Winning 2 games with
That's
1.6.
huge.
We know they always have a solid amount of kills.
I love it.
It's a hell of a way to make sure that you're going to be in
That's
that
big time, baby.
conversation.
Make sure.
They do not want to have to play that survival stage. But let's take a look at just some of these ending moments there, Enigma, because I honestly thought Novo had it wrapped. They're in such a good positioning.
Yeah.
They're finding the right kills, but it's right
Like
here.
right up here?
I mean, it's that little bit of a shake.
I can't believe he lost that though.
I mean, that's just what we kind of come to expect.
I thought they was gonna. Once he hopped down, I was like, oh, it's over. He's about. Grammy's done. Especially jumping on down, I was like, it's a wrap. But damn.
And then he checks back onto his right leg.
Damn.
In the gunfight, and it just doesn't give the Nova
right, y'all,
enough time to react. And all 3 of those boys are shooters, by the way.
Let's check out the. Let's check out the. Hold up. Let's check out the. All right, here we go. So we got Ravens with 85.8, Twisted Minds with 8, in second place with 80.6. Virtus Pro is back in the top 3 with 76.6. Nova Esports with 76.2, and rounding out the top 5, Gen G with 67.6 points. Overall top slayers. I mean, overall top. Okay, we're still good. I was about to say. Overall top slayers. As we go down here, no surprise. Shifty with 25. Disrupt with 25 as well. Nissan with 23. Zeppo 23. So it's gonna be. It's really. Dang, from the Great Depression? Holy crap. The Great Depression is something special right there. Oh my God, the Great Depression. All right, I want to hear what.
At least not that I could see.
Hey, bro.
What's
Italians. They had a hot game 1.
Yeah.
Now in 15th place.
Wait, damn.
Bro, they've only gone up like, I don't know, like 10 points?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? We kind of predicted all of these except for FaZe.
Yeah.
Okay. They're saying they're waiting on GK Esports to update.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I didn't see FaZe. I'm very surprised. Like FaZe is that low,
right?
to be honest.
GK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
how you feeling kicking this tournament off so far?
Oh man, listen, I am loving it right now. I'm loving the drama, right? We've seen Ravens
kind
of
Chad, I just did this interview
BTA.
Here, hold up.
Killed them on land. They might have been lying. They said that, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go out and we're gonna destroy them," and it's not looking like it. Ravens is looking dominant right now. I can't lie.
I mean, they looking really dominant, picking off where they left off. Okay, from
Yeah,
the last
100%.
LAN tournament that we had. Now, so far, and especially going into these next few maps, who needs to step it up? All right, because we also got our 3 defending world champions in Group A. Who are you expecting to turn up in the second half?
Yeah, for me, I think I want to see a little bit more out of Vitality. They have an ex-champion, right, from last year. They normally struggle to get kills, but the thing is, those guys are so good. I don't know if it's a pacing issue. I need to see them step up. I don't know exactly where they're at, but I know they're on the right side, I believe, of the leaderboard, so bottom 8. They are not in the top 5 right now, so I want to see them go a little bit crazier.
Yeah, they definitely do got to go a little bit crazy. They start to pick it up towards the back end, but they need more than that. It's all about getting into that top 5, getting qualified for Sunday. You don't want to go through that survival stage. And as a former player, you know about the pressures that is on the stage to be at the bottom, to be on the come up. So for the Warzone players out there who want to make it to the stage, who want to make it to EWC,
could you all play in something like this? Would y'all be nervous?
Top of their game.
Hey man, listen, if you got it, you got it. I'm a firm believer that if you are good at at the game, you will make it to the top. The only advice I would say is get into as many tournaments as possible and play as many as you can. I mean, right next to me, we have a 15-year-old Ketchup. He's quite literally the best player in the world. I'm not gonna lie, better than all these guys.
Oh, shoot.
He got known by just playing in tournaments and going crazy.
Yeah, Ketchup is crazy.
Sadiel, he came in, qualified for both Atlanta and
hey, Ketchup is 15 years old out there frying.
Console, that man did it. So my advice, man, is don't make excuse for yourself. Grind as much as you can. Even if you're on console, you can do it too. And if you got it, you got it.
If you got it, you got it. I don't know, guys. I got a little bit of chills after that one. Make sure you guys check out
I'll be all the honest.
Proposal's watch party. Go talk to Ketchup. Go talk to Biffle and hang out with the boys. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Hey, and make sure y'all's ass stays here too now.
You got it. Damn right. And
make sure y'all stay here.
He definitely got it. They have one.
Hey, honestly though, for real, Ketchup is probably going to be the best player. Like he might, like, you know how like there's eras. So like Jordan had an era, Kobe had an era, LeBron had an era. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, right now Biffle had his era. I think we're seeing Soka, Shifty, you know, fight for that. You know, fight for, you know, the top spot. And then I really believe in 3 years when he's able to compete, Ketchup, I mean, if Ketchup is doing Ketchup things like he's been doing, Ketchup is going to be the top, is going to be the top dog. I promise y'all. Like literally, Ketchup will literally be the top dog if he can still fry like he's doing at 15, like even in these parties, like dude's like legitimately like he's good. So I'm gonna be anxious to see what he does in a couple years if I'm still around.
Right now,
if I'm still around,
making sure they start moving up on the leaderboard, making sure that they
having
stay
fun with this
striking
shit.
range for the top 5. We're heading now into the final 2 matches here of Group A. Where is somewhere that you personally will want to see Gen G at?
Yeah, it's tough to say because right now they feel like they're constantly getting contested off their drop spots. And that's, I think, just a big advocate for not only them staying alive and finding good kills, but trying to stay survivable as the game gets a little bit deeper is where they're struggling. So no matter where they end up finding themselves in, condition is going to be the biggest key to success as they want to try to get to that top 5
Max,
spot.
thank you so much for the follow.
Put yourself in fighting condition in the final circle.
Let's see if they're going to have what it takes to get to that top 5 in this next 2 matches. Don't worry, though. They still have a whole day tomorrow as well. But, I mean, we would love to see them in the top 5. Let's see what's going to be happening in this final 2 matches.
Yep. Final 2 right here. The final 2.
Great breakdown there from 7 and
final 2,
Speaking
and then we go to
right now,
Group
as you get
B.
ready to move on to Fortune's Keep, my man, because they have now snuck in to our top 5 to potentially be a team that will qualify to our match point Sunday, not have to play through that survival stage. So as we get ready to head on in, talk to me a little bit about how does Gen G look on this Fortune's Keep map, because this is a new addition that we've had to our space.
I think what I've got to do is tip my hat to the changes recently that they made.
Yes.
We talked a lot about the ceiling that they potentially had and how Gabe is one of the straightest shooters that we have in the scene, but there was so often the floor when they would collapse, when they would have these patches of, okay, we've dropped out because we've lost a contest or because we've lost an early rotation. You're seeing how moving Gabe into the back line to keep them alive in those important moments is allowing them not only great placing and consistently here, they're averaging 6.8, but it's then also the amount of kills that they're mopping up once Aiden and Lennon feel comfortable and you have the pocket of space and they get moving. So, you know, they've been through, I mean, they have probably had 30 different drop spots through the year, 5 different role changes.
Here we go, baby.
It's been a
Yo,
battle, but
I'm so hyped for this one right here. This is what I want to see. How are we going to end the night? I mean, how are we going to end Group A?
At the right time. 2 more games needed. You would love to be able to sit comfortably in that top 5, but for Gen G, you still have
you want that top 5.
Vitality, Heretics, and Geek hot on your heels. So as you get ready to drop on in, it's going to be about who can execute the most here on these last final 2 maps for Group A here on the day. Before we get ready to shift gears and bring in Group B. But here we go.
Here we go.
Back on the Keep,
Fortune Keep, baby. I like Fortune Keep. Yeah, I like Fortune Keep. I love playing on Fortune's Keep.
Primarily a more defensive side.
I like the very first Fortune Keep,
usually
though.
Actually less kills overall, so you have to super take advantage of the kills that you can
You love
get.
Fortune's Keep? I love Fortune's Keep. I think it's a good map.
The sides are going to change things up depending on the zone. However, we get a relatively neutral one here. Sensors you like slightly pulls off towards the west, but not enough for anyone to make emergency.
Grammy and them already getting points. That's what we like to see. Yeah, the OG Fortune's Keep will forever be my favorite thing, to be all the way honest. The OG one is amazing.
Doesn't happen often.
We'll get that one for now, young man.
I love 19. Hey, Sunflower, you are the GOAT. You are the GOAT.
Him out too. So great work. Talked so often about Nielsen this year. This man,
you are the GOAT.
Beyond belief. Yeah, I mean, Nielsen.
Look here, Sunflower. Think about this. You hopped into the stream yesterday. You had an amazing time. And look at us. BFFs forever. Look how it goes. See how it goes, Sunflower?
For a certain French team next year, but we'll wait. We'll talk about that one later in the week. For Gen G, though, it's a fantastic map to jettison them up at the leaderboard. But now here at Winery, you can see already they've had to maybe stem the tides as they're trying to go against Vitality, a team that's kind of been known to run Winery lately.
Yeah, it's interesting as well, because usually this is a 3-team contest with no voting amongst the mix. They've actually decided to go and play Lighthouse instead. Almost kind of third-party this the same way you would the control ball control. So, interesting strat. We'll see if it pays out for them. Either way, Skullfist going to be on the initial with Schmidt. You isolate Gabe Kuhn, obviously the anchor, so now the Gen G players having to scramble. One down in the tunnels.
Hey!
They should now hand all this space to Vitality, but they're not done yet.
But Sunflower, you know what though? You're stuck with me forever. You're stuck with me forever.
Unfortunately, we'll get traded on out. Thank you.
And we're stuck with you forever. I don't know which one's worse.
Nice little off angle to cut you on down. Rez will come through, so nice little bit of a time in there from Vitality to make sure that that fight goes nice and clean your way. You don't want to lose a player in that mix and all of a sudden take a timer hit just for no reason.
Yeah, a lot of teams here in town. H1, of course, on our screens. You also have GK, CT Gaming, as well as the recovery.
You've got a friend.
First squad. So
I wish I could play that song right now, but I can't.
This is an area where they have
but I'll give you this.
Massively recently, putting themselves in drop spots, but it's just about plays like Lays getting active.
Well, damn, I can't say.
Than when it essentially feels like multiplayer.
I can't say. Like,
engagements over
I was going to say.
It's helped lift them from a team that no one considered coming into this tournament.
What was it?
A real
yes, we know that you have a friend in your. Good God, I hope like that's a long time. That's a long ass time.
Sort of overlooked side of the map. Vita. He's going to have to maybe play a little bit of defense here as he drops on down. You have Lays on the hunt here. You're throwing some shimmies behind the truck, and your teammate's going to back you on up. A little bit of hesitance. Great play-by-play there from Geeke. Just to back down some of those members of CT Game.
Back to the keep we go. Ravens, VP. King Chalk's on 3. Does have the cluster available to him if he wants to take any space.
She sure did.
No,
she sure did.
Destroy's off to his left, so Destroy could catch his timing here. Set up a pitch potentially with Grimy, aim to play trades. He lays in wait.
Oh, Grimy!
God, Grimy.
Thinks he has the first shot, and it was looking good, but King Chuck has the shots just a little bit too straight. That'll put number 4 on the board for him, and he's on the hunt right now. Destroy is going to use that underneath. Oh, just go ahead. Back on up here. Still in zone. Nielsen will get found out from Adrian from above here. So you have a number of these squads that, as long as the keep is going to be in zone, it's enough space that they can keep just flying back on in and just get a little bit lost, get your guns, continue to be guns up and find these kills.
A lot of teams will just do this. Mop up as many points as they can, and at some point, call it a draw, disappear off into their own rotations. Set themselves up for later circles. Cheers for the points, fellas. I'll go and get my multiplier out of it.
Man, she changed Kim Jong's. Whoa.
Phase of
whoa, 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 whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
We'll get one of the VP players just slipping out the window. He's trying to find a bit of space here that will make
not Queen Elizabeth's kindergarten teacher. That's something totally different.
Tuck himself
holy shit.
Spring into a life for a 2-piece, turn the tide, and get Ravens on the front foot again.
Just looking at our kill feed here, you can see Teeny, he is finding some kills across the board. Eclectic is finding some kills on the other side of the map. A lot of action happening elsewhere. You can see also, just on the outside of this mini-map as they start to spin around, a couple members of Vitality are starting to flex on up and maybe take a fight against Dizzy from FaZe there. Looks like they will be able to make that trade, so Vitality pushing forward to gain some space, and I like this play a lot. This rotation on Winery is tough. So they're just trying to find any amount of space that they can just take for free, and it looks like both members.
Yeah, they're about to double. They're about to double that up.
Still here in the key because Ravens still finding themselves on the edge of the gun. FaZe Clan, you might have lost one, but you're still going to match up together to try and push back this Ravens Esports team.
King Chong does so well there. Should have been dropped in 2 different modes.
Wow.
The pre-fire initially to buy him space to retreat, and then the stim timing. It's preemptive. It's early. He knows he's going to take damage, so he gets it in as those first bullets hit, and that gives him the escape position. Woo! Oh, Shifty rounds the corner, just about gets helped out enough. There's out J Vela, a little bit of extra love there. Set yourselves up now inside the bell tower. Plasty sticks his head out just a little too long. Shifty's there for the trade, so back to your feet. And Shifty might do better than that just yet. And Spawn protects, I tell you what. BBJ will be counting their lucky stars. But either way, Twisted have control over the entire
God, I love that. I love that arena. EWC does it so good. Does it right. Like literally.
Will allow them to loot up, play their contracts, and set themselves up for the later stages.
Yeah, you see some smokes come in, a cluster strike as well, just to kind of provide a bit of cover for the time being. So Zone will continue to push. Now all these teams that we've been watching for so long play around the keep. They got to move. And T1, they kind of putting themselves in a great position here. I'm also looking over towards the spiral, because they have their anchor sitting in that spiral who can just kind of play their life, allow these 2 members from T1 to really get aggressive and try and farm as many of these kills as fast as possible, really.
The fire sale now being active means that all the teams want to play in for a buy station. With the situation here with Ravens, it's a case of, all right, well, not only do you have that actual pocket space, do you have the money? You're able to get an advance into the sky. If you can do it in this moment, that'll allow you to just clear out this keep and get on the rotation south. You desperately need it. Desperation also the case for Eclectic. They need points. Seems like they're in a recovery situation over towards Cove. Zanks finds a little bit of foliage, lies down, says, boys, we gotta get ourselves going.
Yeah.
Won't happen just yet.
Shifty on 10.
On that rotation again, so much space right now. Almost trying to time
Shifty
his
on
PA.
10. Shifty's frying right now.
Get his boys covered over, moving forward.
So much action happening on the northern side and the southern side, but from east and west, there's almost nothing. It's like there's a giant band in the middle of the map.
Elders as you was invented to have the stuff you were addicted to.
Everybody getting pushed in these extra areas.
Damn.
We're to the end of zone number 3. We're still only missing 2 teams.
I love you. We are indeed. This voice is going to keep going on here for the Ravens.
Sophie's my
baby. They charge down now, almost left.
You created dirt. Damn. That's special. Creating dirt is something diabolical.
Though I don't think he's going to get the support in from them. They're elsewhere on the map. Marty's going to find a little bit of an angle here, just shifting himself around, making himself hard to track. Won't die just yet.
FaZe's got it.
Going to have to move with the gas. Don't have time to use their money at the buy station, realistically, not to set themselves up in the way they would like. Just a thorn in the side if you are Marty. Ecuadorian refusing to give this up.
Yeah, and Ravens, they have to clear this out in their back because they want to make sure that they can just be forward, guns up. Looking at the kill feed, though, I'm seeing potentially a Vitality white. Yes, confirmed. Vitality is gone from this lobby here on Fortune's Keep. Not able to make use of that winery side. The Twisted Minds, can you find the angle here? Shifty, he wants to get on top of this church side. Looking out across. You know you have a member from First Squad. It's got to be around here. It's going to be Reaper just holding an angle down below. You've gone wide if you are Twisted Minds. And now the things will continue to come to a screeching halt as Resurgence has been disabled and we are only missing 3 teams.
Yeah, everyone wants, usually it's top 5 at this point. It's going to actually be the top 10, the 1.2 multi. Stukek's going to touch ground. You might wish you hadn't just done that directly in front of the Heretics. They've drawn up a firing squad, a line literally in the sands here of Smuggler's Cove. And they're begging the Austrian and the German to run at it.
Well, Ravens continuing to be hot here in this game. Let's go ahead. Let's see how the Ravens are feeling with this listen.
Ouch.
Maybe
well, that's how it ends.
There's a PA that rips across.
I don't think that's what they wanted.
Just like that, Ravens maybe not expecting
I don't think that's what they wanted.
A huge moment.
Problem for Spam and Disrupt is you're only at
Holy
the
shit.
No buy station really within reach. Spam's the one with the money. He might make a desperation play, but honestly for them right now, it's just about avoiding trouble. Shifty gets tied up from elsewhere. PA also hammers over the top. I think that was his. And that's what forced
I miss when the PAs used to see the line where it would go. Like that'd be something.
Now together as a 3, should be able to look out over everything.
Damn. Hope you grow up eventually.
Yeah, this is
that's
really
diabolical right there.
So close to maybe
that's
getting
diabolical
for a res, but It's just maybe he found himself a little bit of a pocket. Spam is just saying, I don't know if I can come get you. Unfortunately for you, it's a rain of hellfire from above with a couple of Sentex from Almond that will give you that kill.
They know.
Shifty, he senses blood in the
God
water.
bless Shifty. Shifty got 11.
Clan. They find Spam in the back, and that is going to be T1 making an exit. Resurgence is disabled. So
here we go. This is where you got to lock in a little bit. This is where you're locking in.
Into the top 10. We are here with a 1.2 multiplier.
When we got to look at the zone there, the team center mass, that's Virtus Pro set up in what could be
grow up eventually.
Stone's throw away is going to be Nova. Genji likely going to face pressure from them shortly. Aiden tries to make the buy for the PlayStation. Buy play even for the buy station. Doesn't have any money to spend.
That's great right there. That's a good one. That's a good one.
A little bit of a gap to push your boys into.
Look at you talking shit now.
Got to worry about holding out.
Sunflower is getting comfortable now.
With Dizzy here, and there goes FaZe Clan. You attract the attention, but Len repositions well.
Yeah, it's a really good job from Len to be able to stay alive. You slide out, you find one, you play your life. You are still here. You have a couple of numbers. Twisted Minds pushing forward. Lennon, he takes some early shots. Yet again, still playing his life. Still staying alive here. Twisted Minds, they have to be able to somehow make this cross. You've unfortunately lost a blast in this play. You still have one player.
That's rough. That cross is rough because you know destroying Grimy in 8 is set right there.
Gen G on the other. I don't know how you make your way through.
Oh my God.
Use this wall as a head. Even shots initially are glorious. In the background, the Eclectic team is done. Goodly and
my
Go
man.
will make
Lats is out.
Shifty now just rotating, trying to use this wall to essentially shield his crossing, let him into a space that's going to allow Blasties to play on forward. And you're running up now.
It's still going back.
Gen G side. And Almond's up above, and Almond's dealing
that's a nice little spot to be in right now.
Still able to find one to Lennon.
That's a great spot to be in. Oh my God, that's a good spot.
Will find the kill in the back. Stallions are eliminated into the top 5. 1.4 multipliers here. But you got 2 members of Twisted. You got 2 members of Gen G. And on this other side, it's all 3 members of Virtus Pro still alive.
Virtus Pro is, I mean, they're doing really good. Like they are.
Gen G are down beneath Almond still.
Oh my God,
doesn't necessarily have protection here. It's going to be an awkward timing.
He
squeezes forward anyway. Just getting a little bit.
You got to watch that high
space.
ground up on that opposite side.
Novo, Virtus Pro currently split those 2 teams. So Shifty's hoping those 2 engage each other. Then he can third party, but it's Gabe and Aiden down below that really could spoil the party if they get active at the right time.
Oh my God, Grimy finds Fede, but the trades happen
Nova's
right on
out.
back, and Zeppa is going to be one player to still get active. Zeppa's still alive? I have no idea what's happening there. But already we are down to the final 3 teams.
Final 3.
You can see already Shifty and Almond still alive. Adrian and Destroy, but they have the buy station, so you see it go back on in. They're going to get Grimy. Boots on the ground.
Do you risk it? Oh, big shots by Almond.
Lets it rip with the CBRS.
Big shots.
Coming though. They're starting to squeeze.
Go ahead, get up here and get him.
Almond kind of wants to deal with Grimy. Also wants to turn and look at the
Shifty's in a car?
Drop Almond up on top. Shifty trying to rotate using the Jeep.
Oh, what a move. Oh my God.
It's a double armor crack.
Oh shit. Oh my God. 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 No, they just didn't do that.
Playing the car, but he's going to be able
to
slide on out. He makes his way below. Is he about to try and force a heal off here? Stims have been nerfed.
Oh shoot.
The members here of Gen G, they will meet on up. They know it's just a 2v1, and I wonder, does Shifty, does he have the money? He has 6,300. If he can maybe play this bottom, find one of those buy stations that's in the grotto area.
There's no way.
Could maybe string together something.
Oh, they
found the 3rd member.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Here just going to spread the space. They understand what Shifty's hoping to do. Either isolate them into 1v1s or make a desperation play for a buy station. Shifty will continue to move with the gas, hoping that he can shift the pieces.
Oh shoot, there's no way.
Let's bring a surprise attack. But with every second that passes, the window of opportunity.
There's no way he gets this. Gabe's going down there.
I like this. Gabe, we've seen him do this time and time again. He's on the hunt. He drops down. You're just playing together. If you are Gen G, you find
Gen G.
You play together.
Big win. Big win by Gen G. Big win. Low key. I thought, hey, If he had a buy station up there, then it would be like legitimately like he would have legitimately got that. Like it's
get three-piece by Niacin, but he's such a superstar. He has those moments in them. A lot of the conversations, a lot of the plays that they were making were brilliant. We've seen them really step up through these last few maps. But here as well, unfortunately, it's important. They're actually
like legitimate. If he would have had a buy station down there, he literally could have bought them back, and then that would be interesting to see if they fry him out of the sky. But hey, that's a big win by Gen G. Big win by Gen G. All right, let's
excited to see their team that they are here to cheer on.
Let's take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look.
Let's talk about this end game, man, because this was huge.
Like the best play when Aiden got them right here. So Shifty was over there, kind of getting them in whatever. Then once Aiden wiped those two, it was over. Yep, that's right. Aiden said it. Aiden said it right there. Let's turn this shit around.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let's turn this shit around.
I want to go back to before the end game and when Alden shooting at them from above. Great decision making from Aiden and Gabe.
Beautiful.
Just slow things down. We'll let everybody else fight, and we'll get active on the backside. And that puts them in the spot there to close that map out. So the maturity in those decisions, the complete lack of stress that they're feeling out there on the map, that's 2 world champions on that team, and that is why they have the experience to overcome the odds.
Hey, you love seeing it out of Gen G. We only have one more game to play for Group A. And when we're coming and talking about Fortune's Keep, I think there's some teams that we think are heating up and a couple other teams that are maybe getting iced out a little bit on that map. But we got one more game to go, so let's go ahead. Let's reset. Let's get everybody in the lobby. We'll be right back here in a little bit.
All right. Hold on a couple seconds. I want to pull up. I want to pull up the stats real quick. I want to pull up the stats. All right, guys. Let's pull up these stats real quick. All right. So here is the stats for we only got one more map. We got one more map, and then we'll go to Group B. One more map. Twisted Minds is officially taking the lead with 105.8 points. Virtus Pro, I like to see this, 98 points. Raven has dropped down from first place to third place, 94.8. Nova Esports with 93 points. Gen G rounds out the top 5 with 86.8 points. A huge game for them, putting them into the top 5. That is big. And as we see at the very bottom, I'm very disappointed about this, is FaZe Clan at 16. Guys, when we went into this tournament, I said FaZe Clan was kind of on a little bit of a roll, playing very good. To see FaZe Clan down to 16 is crazy to see. Like literally, I am totally shocked by FaZe being that low, because they was playing really good in the scrims with Repulse in them. But to see them down that far is just crazy to think how far. Like I'm shocked. I am so shocked that they're down there. I would at least thought they would be in the top 10, but because FaZe is well, you can't even say FaZe is that team toward the end, before we got here, toward the end of like the scrims and stuff, they was playing pretty good. Like they was legitimately in the top 5 to 10, in the top 5 a lot of the scrims toward the end. With the repulse and everything. So to see that, I'm legitimately shocked by that. That they're that low. I couldn't think. But it's not swag, so I don't like that makes okay. But swag isn't even with FaZe. Swag's with on the esports side. He's not even competing. So, like, yeah, he used to be like 2 years ago. He did like 2 years ago. He did. So. I mean,
currently sitting in first with 105.
Here, let me see what. Let's hear what old Repulse has to say.
Already ban this goofy Niacin Shifty guy. This guy's a goofy motherfucker, bro. Bro.
Yo, Tay, David on fire, get it as well, bro. Thank you, Tay.
Man. All right, chat. So look, let's look at the top frags. What do we have here? Top player kills. What do we got over here, bro? We got King Shock 26 kills, Disrupt 27, Niacin 27, Grimy 29, and then Shifty currently top fragging over everybody 30.
Yeah, Shifty has gone nuts. Shifty's gone crazy
right now. Okay, D, you hearing that?
Oh, I heard it.
Okay, just making sure you're aware. All right, now top chat team kills. Hold on, top team kills. We got Gen G 65, Nova Esports 69. We got Virtus Pro 70, Ravens Esports 73, and Twisted Minds 75 kills.
Hey.
75 for Twisted Minds.
Shifty, hey, Shifty's a different. Shifty's different.
Super consistent. We don't have average placement, but bro, I would be surprised if there was like a 3 average placement.
I mean, shit, there's only one more game.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, this is going by really fast.
It really is.
Bro,
you think Twisted break 100?
Like this is the I didn't think I thought the last map would go by like
Hey, low key. Wait, is game start? No, right?
Just part of the tournament now where we will be saying goodbye to some teams.
Well, hey, the Ravens lost their top spot. VP ended up taking 2nd place.
like yeah, like legitimately
destroying them. I mean,
destroyed.
They had a rough, I think, control. I mean, it's hard to play through control. What?
I just realized.
What?
Uh-oh.
FaZe is in last.
Oh, they just now saw that. He just now saw that.
They've been in last, bro.
I know, that's why I said still.
They're chalked.
How do you think Swag feels right now?
Swag thinking about that movie.
No, I think we might be good.
Wait, Swag doing a watch party, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So he's like,
oh no, Swag's doing a watch party. Hold up.
What we're trying to do, what we're gonna do after today is we're gonna hopefully we can get him set up. Ketchup, Genji's getting him a setup over there.
Swag's doing a watch party. Oh shit,
Swag. We're gonna
Swag.
send you guys after stream. I think actually we're gonna end at a pretty decent time. If everything keeps going smooth, we're gonna send you guys. I'm gonna host Ketchup, and then we're gonna go to his room. And he's going to be playing. He brought his controller and stuff. He's going to be playing on one of the LAN setups here, chat. So after this, we'll send you guys the Ketchup stream. And
Yo, I didn't think Ketchup, like, to see Ketchup is hilarious.
Cool, man. Yeah, man, dude. Guys, like, look how dope this looks, dog.
Yo, that shit is fire.
This shit is, man.
That shit's fire. I would love to play on that.
I love this setup, bro.
Like, that shit is fire. All right, here we go.
Little end games come through, and I think that will
be
a theme for Fortunes, unless we get those really hard zones off towards your east-west, etc. But it will be some great positioning in the end, and some great execution in the end from Gen G that sees them through on a map that they've struggled in as of recently. Again, that change that they've made to bring Gabe in as the IGL, paying out in spades. But one last drop for the day here. If you are in Group A, and then it's off to either celebrate in style or lick your wounds and prep in for tomorrow. Into the skies go. All
right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
As we look
Let's get it.
The circle, and it is pulling northeast. You're likely talking somewhere around Winery, so that's why you're going to see not only 2 teams inside of there, but a lot of squads setting up keepside.
Yeah, I mean, all of these teams down here in town are going to have a hell of a rotation to get on out of there. So I'm not surprised to see that Gen G, they say, hey, let's go ahead and maybe make this easy on ourselves. Let's take this fight against Vitality. Good shots from Gabe. He gets 1 knock, and you're not even going to try and get the reach out. He's going to go ahead, throw a shimmy, shoulders come through, and he's going to be able to reset. And now you have Lennon on that backside to catch Skullface.
Yeah.
Gen G clinical in this
They're
early
moving.
fight.
They're moving.
Great stuff out of them. Vitality slow thus far through this afternoon.
Now, guys, after this one, I
come to expect.
I got to do dishes.
This lineup on your screen right now as they.
Hey, well, okay, well, I got dishes you can do too.
That doesn't even need the support.
You want to help? You want to help over here too? I got laundry and dishes to do.
But it is then a lot of landmass gains. You still do
and a dog that needs to be walked for another 30 minutes. You got me over here?
You have so much space in the map, especially control anything later circle.
All right. Well, one POI being Winery. We see the battles rage on.
A bowl and a spoon.
Let's
see. Now I got
continuing to battle, and for the time being, it looks like Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I got a bowl. I got a spoon.
Packing out of here. Unfortunately,
then I got
POI for free.
I got one of those ninja non-smoke grills in here.
Squads, you can see,
so you got to clean that off.
Starting to work their way over.
And then my smoothie maker. So I mean, it's not too much to clean, but hey, I don't have nobody to do that for me. So
them, but they've kind of slid down the leaderboard. Currently sitting in 7th
any help would help.
So just halfway through.
Easiest 25 bucks I would ever make.
World-star performances like we saw
Come on.
earlier on in the day.
I'll be waiting.
But the kills are fine. It's the placement. It's setting themselves up for rotations. And again, Fortune's such a difficult map to rotate through. You don't want to be
Okay, guys. Like I said, I don't. Supposedly, let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I need to do this real quick.
Freddy has been a ridiculous shooter as of recently. Athletic desperately needing.
I got to see when this next. I want to say the next match should start at 12 something.
Doing the right things
to be all the way honest.
Hold on.
Nielsen cuts down Adrian. But look who's kind of maybe entered the party here a little bit. You got some members of T1 who are looking to get into the mix. You only have one player over here, but that's all you need. It's just, hey, find a kill, go ahead, back on up. But Twisted Minds, they have the exact same idea as well. They're looking to maybe get a little bit more aggro from that Terrace's side. You understand you have a lot going on, and, well, if you've played ranked at all, you understand what's going on here, but unfortunately, this isn't ranked. This is the Esports World Cup, where kills matter, but when your anchor is just up in the sky, that's not a bad way to stay alive.
Right,
not at all.
Until someone decides, why the hell are you up there? I'm going to burn through that and get you the hell out to keep. And a look at Twisted, as well as Virtus Pro, and of course the Ravens. Adrian already on 3, has the loadout in hand. Him and Grimy just going to oscillate around one another. The problem is that FaZe have actually isolated your anchor, so you got to slow things down, pause for a moment. If anything presses you, spring on it, but otherwise let Destroy back in, get him to safety, then you can get active.
For Nielsen, you're just laying in wait. You're trying to maybe get some type of audio cue, maybe figure out some type of push.
As all these fights go on, by the way, just burn through time that you don't have. You desperately want your loadout. You want your money for your advance. That comes from contracts and moving around in space.
I got a question.
Rotation.
So we're going to have an hour break
points
here.
Are glorious, sure, but it sets you up for hell.
Should I end and come back in that hour? That'll give me time to do some other shit.
We saw it there in game number
so
one. We hit
the first match, the last match is going to be.
So your opportunity to find those kills early on is massive. Do it while you have the resurgence. Do it while you have the respawn.
I might do that.
Don't wait until, obviously, the respawns get disabled. You can see for a couple of these teams that it's kind of working out well for them. I'm looking in the kill feed. You're seeing Gen G starting to still get active against Vitality. You have Ravens and FaZe still battling it out. For Twisted Minds, it's, well, been a little bit slow, I think, already. You saw them trying to get into that keep fight.
I'm debating on that.
Find any success, and I think for the right reason, right? They're worried about some of these teams pushing from that graveyard.
Yeah,
side,
that's what I might do. Like, so
I think they
I
really
might
want to clear out their back before they maybe get
make some lunch and shit like that, and then come back at 12:40. So supposedly after. We got one more map after this one. No, this might be the last map. So we're going to end by.
Now he actually gets saved by Reaper that allows him to then shoot at Skullface, who basically saved him. Chopper's going to go out. Stukex does well to avoid the explosion.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Reaper's still making moves on the lower side. VST's going to help him drop Decky in the water. But 3 different teams here, make it a 4th as another lands in the water nearby, and everyone's just trying to play him for this bolt because it can do a lot of work for you in terms of rotating. It could be a real sleepaway back into this matchup.
And I like Skull is just saying, I'll hang out in the water. You guys can all have fun up there. He's just picking up all the scraps of these fights that are happening. He says, yeah, sure, whatever. And he still even has a teammate over at Bay that can look over him as well. So if he's just going to be able to maybe bring some of these players out into that line of sight, teammate from range just trying to get any amount of damage in, this could be huge. Looks like EK have a similar idea. But back on land, get our feet underneath us. T1 looking to control this spiral area that they've come to know and love. It's been a great day for them so far. And I know that they would love to finish this first day within that top 5.
Certainly would. Really strong Havens, solid rebirth, good stuff from there. Fortunes has been the weaker of their 3 maps, but they're by no means awful on it. So an opportunity to close that gap to the top 5 at the end of day 1. Virtus Pro still alive in keep. Destroy begging anyone to chase him through the doorways. It's going to be Blast in position on the very top of the tower here. He's just going to control all of this, make sure his boys can move down beneath him. Almond and Shifty, well, Almond is often the anchor. He and Shifty have worked so much together in the moments where Twisted want to get active. And Shifty himself, he's been active. 6 kills already. Now the information will go up into the skies, and they can press on forward against these teams that will be outmaneuvered.
It's a really good timing there. You see, they just invest all of the smokes so they can just sit on that buy station.
I'll tell somebody, don't ever call me again.
Let me run to the buy station. Let me
Because I'm so nice.
UAVs and get out. They know that people are going to be looking at these buy stations. So with all that information, what do? They move into the keep. They find the players of Ravens, and they go ahead and they wipe them from the lobby.
That's the first checkbox.
Oh, wait. Ravens got wiped?
A third arrives.
Ravens got wiped? Holy shit.
Who are trying to get themselves their loadouts in, so your timing is running out if you are Twisted to set up this noose and draw it close before they can get out.
Holy shit.
Fampico have escaped off into the caves. I think Twisted are going to afford them that space for now because they're more preoccupied with Virtus Pro, and they do find Grimy.
I mean, FaZe may have an opportunity to pop up here, but they're going to do it. They have to do it quick because already Almond down below.
Damn.
You catch Destroy running. You go guns up against another one, and just like that, you isolate one by one, and you take down Virtus Pro cleanly.
Counter UAV up there, by the way. Because of the shades of orange, I couldn't tell if that was Virtus Pros or FaZes, but if that is FaZes, we're a little bit worried right now because you are trapped in these caves beneath, trying desperately not to attract attention. You may have it regardless. Shifty's just going to peer on over, spots one, and if the others move out in front and he has the trigger discipline and the timing, could be a set of kills. Winery, though, we talked about it, was going to be very active. Novo tucked inside the chapel here as 4 other teams battle over the remaining buildings. They'll be happy with their pocket of space. The next zone will shift them out. It's actually going to be CT Gaming in the preferred position, and Tequila, he's trying to hold that Twisted Minds roster out.
Yeah, I think this is, you called it out beautifully. I want to know where this zone is going to pull.
Yeah.
Because it really depends on where all of these winery teams have to go. And wow, I'm going to call you a prophet, my friend, because as it pulls just a little bit more north, CT Gaming, they're going to hold some of these L buildings, and they're going to do exactly that. They're just going to look at this chapel side, look across, and just try and maybe take down anybody that dares peek their head.
The problem is that Tequila oversteps his marker, pokes his head out a little bit too long, Blasters cuts him down. You should have a buy station available to you if you're CT Gaming to get that back in, but just in that moment, Heretics are done. They're dealt with. We're down to our top 10.
Top 10 here. This is a great game for Twisted Minds. Let's go ahead. Let's see how the defending champions are feeling.
Maybe we can get an advance in keep too, bro. Yeah, no.
Shifty's so smart, though.
Okay. Okay, start coming to the buy on us, Shifty. Start coming to the buy on us. We're gonna pop here. I'm about to pop. Yeah, I'm doing anything here. Should we go? I'll bring it up. Okay.
All right.
You need my cash? Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think you do. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't.
You're good.
I'm getting a streak. Yeah. Get into this house, bro. You got to look at the left. Yeah, you guys should work those left kids. Work the left kids, by the way. Yeah, the low cave. I'm a crazy angle, bro.
He's so cute.
He is looking.
He's my baby.
I don't know if we can kill him, though. No res money, though. Like, don't die for kills. Yeah. I mean, look at the solo fucking ahead of us. Can we not work these right here? I swear we can. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Crack the left.
Big shots by Shifty. Down, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Get the tools that they need to try and close this map on out. And you hear in the comms, they know that FaZe is below them. They want to try and deal with them.
2 huge comms. First one is trying to work the players on the left so that they can rotate through the northern side of the map.
Nah, you cool. You good. Don't even worry about it. You good.
Will pay out in spades if you are Twisted Minds, but also don't scam. Don't sell yourself for a kill. Play for the positioning. We're 4 teams away from top 5, 100%. And the rest of the map can deal with that for us. We have win condition. Twisted Minds looking great to close the day out.
There's literally nobody in this new zone right now.
Okay, so the next map doesn't start until 12:40. So we're going to have at least an hour to chill. So I'm probably going to end the stream and then come back.
How the hell do you play against this?
That's probably going to be the move. Unless they up the time. If they decided to up the time,
all they have to do is just look over the top of this. There's so many different teams, and the second they try,
we'll come back a little bit sooner. But it just depends.
Top level ground, they're going to get zapped.
Almond has to drop back actually to lift Shifty back to his feet. That means, unfortunately, as Blast pushes out to gain space, he gets dropped. Eclectic back amongst the mix. T1 have eliminated Vitality. Everything starts to squeeze. All these teams inside of the bay are going to have to rotate out. DK down on the shoreline are going to be a problem. And Shifty's banging away, and anyone dares show their head.
She got that hit.
This is a great timing, a great opportunity to sit here. Just look at the kill feed. It's absolutely blowing on up, but look where the zone pulls.
Oh, it's pulling back to the it's pulling right up there to them.
Moves out in front of Twisted Minds. Allman Shifty, unfortunately, only has a 2 here. Will be missing
you would need Blats though.
Because Allman's gonna drop Echo.
Oh
Stukex then plays on Disrupt, and Shifty finds Spam. T1 sat down. I think you
4
will
teams
have
up. 4 teams up.
on Spam, but Gen G is a 2. Gonna just set themselves up for a moment. Hope that GK get over aggressive. Shifty and Allman, they're gonna wait. They're gonna let this all move out because FaZe Clan are beneath them, and they need them to step out first.
It's all just 2s. That's all it is. It's just a game of duos here to end it. Some early shots coming on.
Oh my God! What a clamp! This is good for FaZe. This is good for FaZe. This is going to get. This might get them out of the bottom 3.
Do they swing on out, hearing all of this commotion, or do they play on that inside? A little bit of a gas play coming in from the remaining teams.
Clam just taking his sweet time, begging Gen G to rotate round. Zone's going to shift Twisted Minds up on top of the cows is here, but Allman
and Shifty's kind of got it cornered a little bit. Just waiting. They're just up there waiting.
The IGL, everything that he brings to the table, giving Twisted Minds win condition right now. Will be a 2v2, but game falls to the gas.
Oh boy, Twisted Minds.
Try and close this one out. The buy's there, but
Twisted Minds. He ain't got enough money.
They won't care. This is welcoming extra points in from the skies.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, you might get some opportunity to give you the angle. Yeah, and unfortunately, both players from Gen G.
Bye. Good W, baby. Twisted Minds finishes out well. They played it very, very good. Like legitimately. That's how you play it.
They're able to clean up.
That's how you play it. That's beautiful.
Game number 6.
I go back to listening. I go back to the comms there. We've talked so often about their comms problems and the issues that they've had at times. Shifty gets dropped in that moment, and there's a kind of like in the comms you could hear it. Don't scam. We don't need to sell for kills. But also, let's play these guys on the left. So they start to pressure the northern side. They don't do it by sending themselves onto the beach and into the caves. They hold the high ground still to allow in case the zone moves. So that then gives them opportunities in different areas of avenues that they can play around. That pays out in the end. However, it's that comment, it's that don't throw your lives for kills. Yes, Blast eventually dies.
Because if you go down there and waste your life for a kill, like it's over.
From him, but also it's just a reminder.
All right, guys, that is the end of Group A. That's crazy. Low key, they finished that in 2 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's what we've come to know here in Call of Duty Warzone
wild.
is that you can always just try and play for the best positioning, or you play for the okay one. And it feels like
we're gonna see what happens, though.
Sorry,
we'll see what happens.
They were like, let me just play for the okay one. Maybe we'll just wait to see where this zone pulls. Let's take a little look.
Baby. I say that's a fucking banger we fucking needed. Come on, bro.
Yes. Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
He's getting loud.
I think he's been fantastic. And don't get me wrong, obviously,
that's a big win.
They're both doing their thing, but at the core of everything has been almost decision-making on comms. Let's go back to even earlier on in that map. The war was raging on for a long time. We need to get out of here. We need to get into a position on the other side to keep set ourselves up for the late circle. What's the call from Allman? Shifty, come with me. We're going to hit the buy station, get the advance up, and make light work of this. Just that little decision there makes it so much easier for them and puts them in the best spot.
Fun little stat line for you. Through these first 6 games of Group A, Allman is out-fragging Blast by 2 kills, 26 and 24.
Having a day.
I don't know what it is, what meta shift we have, but the anchors are now coming alive.
They are.
Crying here. When we've come over map, but it's really good stuff. Twisted Minds with that win and solid number of kills. They were lead our lobby at the end of day number 1 for Group A. I gotta think that they might want a little bit of momentum going into day 2, because reminder, folks, leader of the group gets to be the one that actually crushes the keys of the 3 teams eliminated. So for Twisted Minds right now, they are sitting very comfortably towards the top after these first 6 games. Really love what we saw out of the boys here today, especially with all of the noise that I don't think they're as good as they were. I think maybe they shut up the haters. But here we go already. End of the game here. End of the first 6 games. We got Barney on the stage ready for an interview. Let's go ahead. Let's see what he has to say.
Right, you do, gentlemen. I'm down here on the stage. I've got Fedi joining me from Novo Esports. A really impressive day. It didn't start out so hot, though, did it? But you guys started to pick up some steam.
Yeah, it started pretty slow,
but
at the end we got like 60 points of rebirth. That's what it matters. We're gonna play like this tomorrow as well.
And
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Top 5.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna skip
Let's talk about this real quick, y'all. All right, so Twisted Minds is in first place with 141 points. Virtus Pro is second place, 104 points. Gen G with 103.6. Ravens falls to fourth with 102.8. And rounding out the top 5, Nova Esports with 96.6. And
26 kills plus top 5.
FaZe didn't go too far up. FaZe went up one spot to 15. Like, God bless. Like, that hurts. Like,
a huge motivational
boost as well. Like, I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked that they have went that low.
I want to talk a little bit about you, Fedi, because a lot of people had their eyes on you, like, you know, coming into these kind of larger tournaments. You know, you only kind of turned 18 this year as well. You joined the team after Birmingham. You joined 2 legends in Blade and Vortex as well. Tell us how it's been fitting into the dynamic.
Could you imagine just turning 18 and playing for $1 million?
The missing link that's making this team now absolutely pop off on the main stage.
Yeah, well, it was not good because I didn't play for 2 years. I started to play Warzone like at 15, but I didn't play for 2 years because I wasn't 18. And now I'm happy because I can finally show up. And that's my second LAN. International, we played Atlanta really good, and now we're gonna play WC really good.
And how does it feel to play alongside Blade and Vortex, 2 legends of the game?
Well, really good. I'm playing really good with Vortex. We have a nice trade as well, so I'm just liking it. We're just playing really good.
Having a good time out here on the EWC stage. Fedi, thank you so much for joining me in this interview. Really appreciate it. He's gone. Don't worry about it. We're going to head back to the studio to talk about what we just saw in those first 6 games.
Is dude like 8 foot tall? Like, God bless that dude. Made him look small. I look like standing next to Shaq. Like, God dang. Like, literally. All right, let me see what Repulse is talking about.
Everything, you know, there's a lot of people that done really good. Oh my God, this Esports insane. But how people perform, how the rookies specifically perform this year, or this event, sorry, will determine, in my opinion, who wins Rookie of the Year. So we'll see, man. We'll see, bro. All right, chat, let's look at this, man. Let's look at the top 5 here. Remember, I believe that the points from here will continue on to tomorrow, and they play another 6 games. Okay, chat? So today, this group is done. They're going to play another 6 games tomorrow. And the total scores after tomorrow, that'll be the bottom 3 are eliminated. Top 5 automatically qualify for Sunday. And then teams 4 through 13, those teams will go to last chance qualifiers on Saturday. Okay? I think they do, Shanice. I think they do keep these points. I can confirm, but I'm more than likely sure they keep these points. Because unless they're doing like points based on how they perform on that given day, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think because they're staying in the same group, it'll probably stay this for tomorrow.
Okay. Good.
So yeah,
good.
I'm pretty sure, chat. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I will find out right now. I can actually text right now and ask. But yeah, guys, so far, what are you guys thinking so far with this leaderboard?
Damn.
I think, bro, didn't I call this top?
Across a multitude of different maps with high kill tallies almost every single lobby, they're looking strong.
They haven't done this in a while, guys. I know the land buff is real for this team. I think a lot of folks expected them to show up in this way, but this is a really big deal for a team like this, who still kind of had a lot to prove, even though they were defending champions. Making roster changes this late in the game, it's working.
Hey man, they're like that potpourri at grandma's house. That smell is just everywhere.
Ooh.
Everywhere.
Gosh, you were actually telling me before we came on live that one team that has impressed you so far today when we're talking about consistency is none other than VP.
Yeah. Yeah, Virtus Pro is a really interesting team because traditionally speaking, throughout the course of this entire series, they've been a very high caliber slaying team. Placement-wise has been frankly brutal to watch sometimes. They'll pick up like 15, 16 kills, but not even get a multiplier at all. They'll die in the first like 6 teams, right? And so to see them win 2 games in group stages, it is group stages. I want to kind of bring everybody back down to ground level. They got a lot more work to do, but Virtus Pro is looking good. They're slaying out and they're getting
they got 1 spot left. Oh, damn.
Right now, I think in total team kills, which is right to your point. But that's kind of the thing, though, you know, as much as placements don't necessarily make the biggest of difference right now because you're just fighting to get out of pools, it is good to know that you can win and you can do it on multiple maps. I'm going to go back to my hot take, 7.
Wait, which one? I feel like you have had multiple today.
I'm still standing on the Ravens right now.
Damn.
2 miserable maps to finish off their last 2.
Damn.
Slips them down the standings. They are still top 4. They're going to make it into at worst the survival stage, but I'm still standing that Ravens are going to be on the bubble to make it to the instant playoffs after tomorrow.
Okay, I kind of want you to double down on this. By the way, for everybody watching, this is the standings after the 6 matches that we have had today. I'm going to put you on this spot.
Do it.
I have to shift. Ravens, do they end up making it top 5 tomorrow, yes or no?
No.
Oh,
wow.
Can I just say, I love Shift. I love the hot takes. And I think it's a fair take to see them not dominating like they have. You got to remember, they land with Twisted Minds in 2 out of 3 of the maps. The fact that they're top 4 right now is pretty dang impressive, given how much Twisted Minds is also doing well. Still a little bit different than online.
Well, a couple of wins for them. I mean, Ravens, I'm with you, man. And also, Chef, for your sake, I'm glad that the French crowd can't hear us right now.
This is beautiful for me.
We're going straight out to the internet.
The internet.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that there's nobody behind us right now. It's probably going to get worse. But as we're looking here at the second page, we see those bottom 3 teams.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
All right, let me check the Discord.
The biggest deal about this is that at
say.
least H1 FaZe Clan and First Squad can go back to the lab before tomorrow. First Squad is kind of in the trenches right now. You need some meteoric games tomorrow to have even a chance. But H1 is still well within striking distance. They may need to change up some drop spots or maybe just be a bit more consistent. I don't know.
Yeah, for First Squad, 19 points.
It's tough.
Yeah, First Squad out. I think they can add that to the back.
That tells you that we're getting a kill, and we're really lucky we're getting within the top 10. That's the very best you're seeing.
I still
there.
can't believe
those
FaZe
guys
is
who
out
are
there
mid
like
to
that.
late
That's
game
crazy to me.
adjustment could change it for them.
But, I mean, the other big note on this page, too, Eclectic has actually been crushing it in the onlines, especially in scrims recently. And you see him on the second page here is a bit surprising, at least for me.
Yeah.
Really tough first 2 drops, though, Goach, on top of that. I mean, they had a 16th with 1 kill.
Yeah.
But everything else beyond that has been 10+ eliminations, and the last 2 maps in particular have been.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. The next map doesn't start till supposedly 12:40. So I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to go grab something to eat, and then I'm going to come back probably like 12:20, 12:30ish. If they start sooner, I'll be back sooner. But that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing. So guys, I'll be back for group stage B. Love y'all. See y'all here soon.